Wouldn't be a stream unless I was muted off the cuff. Hello everybody and welcome back to System Crash. Now, what was formerly known as System Shock? It's now System Crash because I got tired of having people come in looking for the video game. But yeah, welcome back everybody. We are going to be playing a game called Six Goblins tonight. And it is a game that you can find on itch. And it is created by Michael Churin, and the illustrations in this book, which are illustrated by Sam Mameli. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your names right, and if I'm not, I'm very sorry. But yeah, we're gonna be playing this game. It's a PBTA base, and we're all gonna be goblins, except for me, because tonight, I am your Goblin Master. Not Game Master. Goblin Master. So we're going to go around. We're going to introduce everybody here, and I will start with the player on my left. Yes, Darby.
Ha! Me? Hello, I'm Darby. Yes, I immediately have forgotten how to do intros, because why have a brain? This is me doing this. Yes? Down.
Bo, why don't you introduce yourself? Oh, we're gonna be off to a great start, everybody.
Don't look at me.
Wow, it's a
I
good
love
thing
you,
that your virtual background has just decided to hide you for us. That was incredible.
I know.
My name's Bo, yeah, I'm really excited to be playing. This was the first show that I was ever on Critical
Yeah,
Misses,
it was.
so it's always really exciting to be back on System Crash, and yeah, glad to be here.
We're gonna be Goblins. Milan is a first timer on the show, though. Milan, who are you? Who art
Hello,
thou?
I'm Milan. You probably have seen me in chat as Mallard Man because I talk too much. You might also remember me as the person who yelled "Genevieve no" so loudly I interrupted Pale Cold Sun that one time. Yeah.
There's a reason that's a highlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do not talk too much, how dare you, says Rowan. And finally, my second co-host, Harper.
Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm Harper. You've seen me on this channel before as a guest on Pale Cold Sun and on Kingsguard, and now I'm here.
Thank you, Darby, for grabbing that. But yeah, today we are playing Six Goblins, in which we are, well, there are 4 goblins, not 6 goblins. So we are going to go through this game from top to bottom and play out a little one-shot. So we'll start, I guess, at the beginning, as I am the Goblin Master. This is a fantasy adventure game about goblins dwelling beneath and within a human city. And as the Goblin Master, it is my job to make sure that the experiences are both perilous and absurd. The procedures and rituals will help us along the way, but in the end it is up to me and my friends to discover and create our own mischief. Read the book, skip each playbook, and we'll have a smashing time. Alright, so this is powered by the Apocalypse system, so it is 2d6. A 12 plus is you do it with an additional benefit. 10 to 11, you just do it. 7 to 9, you do it, but there's a cost or a complication. And on a 6 minus, you fail to do it and suffer the consequences. Pretty straightforward. You're probably not gonna die, Milan. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, I was talking about the clip.
Oh, the clip?
Penelope will live forever.
So, now, before we read too deep, we just want to say that goblins are people, And as people, they are more nuanced and complex that can then be accounted for in a dozen pages and 6 playbooks. So part of the job of each table is to provide and explore the contours of that complexity. We hope that you join us on this journey of discovery, which is actually a really lovely line. Like, everything I've read is just from the book. So there are 4 attributes for a goblin. Every goblin are tough, skillful, clever, and secret. Tough is physical power. Skillful is your mastery and control over your physical self, so like your dexterity, sort of. Clever, wits, and mental dexterity. And secret is your personal hoard of rituals, words of power, and other occult curiosities. Goblin magic is incredibly idiosyncratic, and what works for a goblin will not necessarily be one goblin will not necessarily be effective for another, or for a human practitioner. Goblins act secret when their action depends on working magic or calling upon deep lore. So, let's do it quick. Goblin Genesis! We're gonna make some goblins. Live on stream. We did pick out playbooks ahead of time based on the playbooks that were available within the guide, but everyone has chosen. So what we will do is we will assign the attribute scores, roll for HP, do the inventory of the equipment, and then we'll get started. So we'll start with the player to my right. We'll start with Harper. Which playbook did you choose?
I chose the Inkblood playbook.
And can you describe to us what that is?
Sure thing, I can just read it straight from the book. The Inkblood is a goblin deeply involved in book printing and trade, and therefore inextricably tied to the habits and desires of their human patrons. Work with your Inklet to explore the strain that human desire puts on the grotto and the ways human authority tries to stamp out seditious thought wherever it springs up.
What is your character's name?
My character's name is Liliana Babrana.
Can you please spell that for me?
Certainly, it's Liliana space Bobrana.
Bobrana?
That's correct.
Liliana Babrana. And what pronouns does Liliana Babrana use?
Liliana uses she, her pronouns.
All right, Liliana Babrana. And is using the Inkblood playbook, which is a bookmaker, dealer with humans, and queller of goblins edition.
That is correct.
Amazing.
Yes, Rowan is a nerd.
Yes. And Milan, which playbook did you choose?
I went ahead and chose the Toymaker playbook, or Joysmith, I'm sorry. A maker of toys and gizmos, a bringer of glee and terror. And I will be playing Pan Elope with a hyphen after Pan. And Penelope talks like this.
And what pronouns does Penelope employ?
They and she.
Brilliant. And Bo.
Good. I'm muted. There we go.
Welcome back.
I'm playing the Leadmonger, a heart of vengeance packing iron. Basically, I'm a goblin and I have a gun. Yeah.
And what is your goblin's name?
Oh, my name's Kreb.
How do you spell Kreb?
Oh, it's Kreb.
Amazing. And Kreb's pronouns?
Oh, Kreb is Kreb.
Okay. Kreb.
Yeah. You can use they, them, too, I suppose.
We'll do Kreb they. Amazing. And Darby, last but not least.
Hello. I am Dido. Spelled DIE-IHJ XCS PHLC DO.
Can you please copy and paste that into the Zoom chat?
It's an old family name. It's pronounced Diasco. No. But I call Dido for short.
I see you went with a traditional goblin name.
Yeah.
DIDO?
Oh yeah, for short.
And Dido's pronouns?
Sure.
I love you. I love you so much. Finally, someone has given Noir a run for his money.
I don't know about that.
His Royal Majesty Holiness Sir Dr. Bebop Scallyworks Steve Perry Esquire III, Junior of Chicago, lives on, as he is the only one who has
Broken the interface?
yes, has broken the interface. There we go. Dido.
Oh no.
This is some information that we all have. We don't know what to do with it. Thanks. Thanks, Darby.
Oh no.
So,
It's
now
a
we
family name.
need to assign attribute scores. Each playbook will tell you how to assign your attribute scores. So, Darby, how did you assign your attribute scores?
I gave good old Godot -1 tough, 1 skillful. Wow. -1 tough, 0 skillful, 1 clever, and +2 secret.
Perfect. And Kreb, what are Kreb's skills or attributes?
Kreb's not very tough. They got a 0 in their toughness, but Kreb's pretty skillful. They got +2, a +1 in clever, because Kreb's a fast talker, and -1 secret because I'm loud.
I love it. And Penelope.
Penelope! Yes, well, they are not very secret as well, but not secret because they're not quiet, which they aren't. But they are not a hooey-fooey magic user. They like good old-fashioned technology, which is why they have a +2 in secret. Or skillful, not secret. They are also a little clever and not very tough. So that's a +1 and a +0, respectively.
And Liliana Barana.
Well, I was never really good at the physical stuff in school, so I got a +0 in the tough and a -1 in the skillful. But I'm very smart. I got a +2 in clever and a +1 in secret. I think that we went somewhere else with the accent, but we're just going to live there.
It's perfect. I love it.
You're trying to imitate all the different human dialects.
It helps you.
Basically, I'm just trying to be like
It helps you
a
relate
very
with your clientele.
stereotypical librarian voice, but also super not that.
A little bit of Jersey in there.
Somehow.
A little bit of Sophie Bikes.
You never call your mother anymore. Come on. What's it take for a 2-minute phone call once a day?
Corbin Dallas, how dare you not take me on this super cruise to the stars that you won? You don't sound like the president.
Moving right along. Now you roll your HP, which is a number of d6s equal to your level, which is 1, plus your tough, with a minimum of 1 HP.
Is it possible to get 0 HP?
Minimum of 1.
Oh.
Perfect. Okay, that's wonderful.
That's a 2.
Okay.
I got a 3.
You
Nice.
roll 1d6, a 2d6.
Okay, so it is a number of d6s equal to your level, which is 1. So you'll have 1 plus, if you have a toughness score, that'll add an additional number of dice.
That's a
No.
6.
Are you just going to be the tank?
I wasn't expecting to because I have a +0 in tough. I just rolled a 6 on the dice.
Beautiful. And Darbs.
For health,
Yes.
I rolled a 6, so I have 5.
So it is your, or sorry, wait, number of d6s equal to their level, plus their tough. Okay, so yeah, you roll a d6 and then you add your tough to it.
Which is a -1.
Gotcha. So write down the result in your HP bubble, and now it's time to explain inventory slots. Everyone has a number of inventory slots equal to 12 plus their tough. So,
So I have 11.
yes. You can strike through the numbers for slots you don't have. Some large items might take up 2 slots, like a big weapon or armor. And if you're ever carrying more stuff than your slots allow, you have -2 to all your rolls. So for equipment.
Anita.
Yes.
Anita.
Yes.
I read ahead. Permission to homebrew something.
Absolutely.
Um,
Have I ever said no?
so custom boom gun is what I get. I get a custom gun.
Okay.
And one of the options is a gun sword.
Yep.
Might I perhaps have a gun hammer?
Absolutely.
What is this, Monster Hunter?
Who am I to deny the glory that is the gun hammer?
That's just
Of
true.
course. I love it.
Someone call Noir.
Now, maybe I'm just a little lost. Where am I looking for things to put in the inventory?
Okay, so as on the next page, page 10, everyone starts with 2 pieces of extra goblin-y stuff. There's some examples on the next page, so don't worry about boring stuff like weapons, armor, and torches. You can use the gear bubble for that. So, extra goblin-y stuff. Here are a few examples. You can make your own. A hook shank, which is like a sticking spear with a protruding hook for pulling humans off their feet. So you can trip things with it. A secret recipe, which is like a special elixir passed down to you by a parent or mentor. Only you may drink it. When you rest, to roll 1 additional die for your HP. It keeps the normal amount. A trained rat, a cast iron skillet, an unlucky charm, a pigeon feather wig. Normal goblin-y stuff, goblin weapons, improvised weapons, big weapons, a slingshot, a boom gun, rag armor, pot and pan armor, a trash can lid, a grub, and some oil to fill lanterns, that sort of thing. Regular gear like torches and stuff you can just have. I don't really...
What constitutes a rag? Can I have collected my own a rag by, say, eating a rabbit and then wearing the rabbit?
So like a pelt?
Yeah.
You can have a pelt.
Yes. Can said pelt be made out of a possum? So I possum goblin and wearing possum clothes.
So you are a goblin. Can you do me a quick favor and describe what dough looks like?
Yeah, Dido, last name Archlex Poop. It looks like this lovely creature right here, and is wearing her grandmother.
Wait, I'm sorry. She's wearing her what?
Grandmother.
Okay, great.
Dido's last name is just TV static and the poop emoji at the end.
Yes. It's traditional spelling. It's an ancient human symbol that we've adopted into our own.
Oh no.
Mystical. Outstanding.
I love this. I love this so much. So yeah, you get to pick 12 plus your toughness items out of normal goblin stuff, and you get 2 extra goblin-y stuffs.
Can I have
Quick
2
question: do things stack? Say if I had 2 types of armor, would they both provide the same? Would they compound?
I think you can only wear 1 set of armor. It is silly. It is goofy that you could
Fair.
wear 2 sets of armor, but I'm going to rule that you may only wear 1 set of goblin armor.
Because I would have just put 4 sets of pot and pan armor.
You might not be able to move, is my only thing about the pot mechanic.
We just push.
Can one of my goblin-y things be like these glasses that I stole and absolutely don't need and I actually need to look over them to look at anything?
Absolutely. A
They're
pair
just gonna live
pair of
there
stolen
remotely.
human glasses. I'm going to say that gives you an extra +1 to any. Let's see. I'm just going to do a quick look at the stats. I'm going to say that it's going to give you a +1 to your secret.
Lovely.
My dearest Goblin Master,
Absolutely. Yes.
might I possibly have a very, very large pirate hat?
You most certainly can. Are we doing silly props at this point? Is that what we're doing?
I wish I had a pirate hat.
I have a pirate hat in my closet. Damn.
I had the pirate hat, and then I took it apart to make a cowboy hat. So unfortunately, it no longer exists.
Damn.
But a very large pirate.
Nice.
I wish I had my cowboy hat.
Goblin Master. Can I have 2 rats?
2 rats.
You
I
may
do like
have.
this idea that we
Are
must
you a possum wearing the skin of a rabbit with 2 pet rats?
No, I'm the possum
It's
wearing the skin of a possum with 2 pet rats.
Understood.
Also a rabbit hat.
That was
my
where I
hat
was confused.
give
Thank
me
you for
anything
clarifying
special?
that for me.
Yeah.
It's very
I'm-
impressive.
Are you sure you don't want a secret recipe as you are the brewmaster?
Oh, but rats! But can I have a rat and a secret recipe?
Absolutely, you may.
I mean, what if you had 2 rats, but then you made the secret recipe and it took a rat?
I had a pirate hat till I took it apart to make a cowboy hat. Yes, you are right, Rowan.
Or what if I have one live trained rat, and then I have a jar that looks like a rat that has the secret elixir in it?
It's just a rat-shaped jar.
It's a
the
rat-shaped
I'm
jar.
the rat man.
I eat rats.
Yes.
So I think I know what I want for my items.
Go for it, Milan.
I
They
would like
ask
the cast.
fearfully.
One of them, just the regular cast iron skillet, the example in the book.
Mhm.
Can my other one be dynamite?
Now, what you planning on doing with that dynamite there, Penelope?
I believe it's pronounced
Science!
Dynamite.
I don't know
Dynamite!
how much of that really counts as science if you're just blowing shit up.
I mean, blowing shit up is like the best kind of science, though, if you think about it.
I think you call the scientific
Brett gets
method.
it.
What scientific method do you propose to follow by blowing shit up?
Fine.
Well, this is the trial, and if it blows up this time, then we need to peer review. So one of you needs to blow something up. Then it comes back to me, and I attempt to recreate it.
okay.
We're gonna see if humans can be blown up.
I mean, I think that they can just based on history, but
You never
Who
know.
died to make you in charge?
Science always needs retesting.
I think
I bet I
it's-
can spit on them and they'll melt.
That sounds like a fantastic
Goblin
idea. I think
Master.
you should try it at the
Yes.
first opportunity.
my dear Goblin Master, can I also have, because the only extra goblin-y thing I have is these stolen glasses, may I also have a pigeon feather wig?
You may definitely have a pigeon feather wig.
Thank you very much. It's very nicely coiffed.
Is that a no on dynamite?
I'm going to say yes to the dynamite, but I may make you roll a percentile to see how well it works.
Yes. Okay, let me get the rest of my dice then.
Goblin Master.
Yes. Die.
As my
Dough.
as my goblin weapon, can I have a big old soup ladle instead of a knife, club, or hatchet? It's just a big old soup ladle that I bludgeon the shit out of anyone who fucks with me.
I'm going to say that it will count as a club for the purposes of that.
Yes. Yes.
Or I'm going to say
And
that
then
that's
I
an
use-
improvised weapon, actually.
Okay. Gotcha. In that case, I also use it to ladle out grandma's soup out of her pouch that I wear in my rag armor. Rag armor grandma, who also has pouch. She had a prodigious pouch size. She had many children in her day. And so, I use her pouch in her memory to make my soup.
She had that big pouch energy.
She had that big pouch energy. Like a tanuki, where the tanuki had giant pouch.
There's a reason the stream is 18 plus.
I have a soup ladle, so I do have a ladle.
Dearest Goblin Master,
Yes.
can my hat be my extra goblin-y stuff? And can it give me some bonus to fast talking, please?
I will allow you to, with the hat, re-roll or roll with advantage for your fast talking.
All right, that's perfect.
All right.
Dungeon Master, my dearest Goblin Master, can my rag armor actually be made out of a bunch of like random silk sheets that I found around so that I look nice, but it's still like very put together and piecemeal because I can't afford a real set? I'm just a working goblin here.
So yeah, it's just a bunch of clothing swatches, fabric swatches that you stole from a tailor.
That is correct, but they're all very nice quality.
They are very nice quality. You just took all the scraps out of the dumpster at the back of the tailor.
That is correct.
You've got it.
Rag armor.
Are we almost done with inventory?
I
I
finished
still
my
have
inventory.
3 more slots.
I have a lot of
In one of
slots,
my
but that's
regular
okay.
goblin-y things, just be a notebook and a pen because I do work in the booking industry, and so it's helpful to be able to write things down.
Absolutely. You know what? Under other things, we do have paper and quills and ink.
Oh, wonderful. It's a quill. I will take that. That feels very old-fashioned.
Scrap parchment, quills, and ink are in your other things.
Now, do the quill and the ink take up
It does not.
separate?
It's just under gear.
All right, I wasn't sure what to get, so I very rapidly just chose a lot of oil and a knife.
I was gonna pick a lot of oil.
I also filled the rest of my slots with oil.
Oil. I was gonna ask though, can I fill 2 of my slots, or three of my slots with oil, and then 1 with ambiguous human food items?
Ambiguous human food items of
I wanna
varying
make
quality.
I want to make a soup at some point. I don't know what the soup will create or pertain. I dug it out of some wizard's trash can.
If you put the oil.
Okay, you can
Uh,
put
my
remnants of a
esteemed
wizard's
goblin
lunch
master.
on your gear.
Yeah.
Mystery.
My
I don't
esteemed
know.
Goblin Master, can I possibly fill the rest of my inventory slots with just some of my favorite pieces of literature?
Absolutely, you may.
I'm just
Read
walking around with 4
Goblin.
books.
Good.
Wow, that's a lot of toilet paper.
Why
to be
did I
carrying
agree
around.
to doing the show again?
Lunch. And just
Because you're having such a fun time
Because this
with
is the
us.
best show.
oil. Oil. I believe it's pronounced wheel.
Wheel?
It is oil.
Wheel.
It's wheel. I studied. I've heard a.
Well, I mean, that is what it is in French. Wheel?
Yeah. Is it?
Really?
Wheel?
Yeah, it's pronounced wheel in French.
Huile.
We just say oil.
Then why would they say grease the wheel? They're obviously talking about wheel. The stuff you use
Well,
to
you
light
grease the
lanterns.
grease.
Well, then
That's what you do.
you gotta
Yeah,
wheel
exactly.
the wheel. It's because you don't have the proper accent. It's wheel
The best
and wheel.
grease.
That's the
You're
difference.
just
No.
destroying
The best grease is
butchering
greasier.
the French language.
Wheel must
French!
be greasier.
That's the language of the elves, right?
No, it's the language
Yeah,
of
they're
dirt.
very fancy. I studied a
You
little
know,
bit.
Dido,
I studied just a
I
little
always
bit.
said you was
I
the
studied a
smart
little
one.
bit of the Francais.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I know how to say bonjour.
It's bonjour.
Bonjour.
Oui, oui.
sir.
I don't speak very many languages. I mean, I barely speak this one.
Actually, it's a bonjour because the jour is silent.
So it's just bun.
Yeah.
You say bun.
I say
Okay.
bun.
Oh,
Thank you for helping
like
me
the
be
little
more
story.
shit over there,
Speaking of-
Dido.
The pig is French because he went wee 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 all the way home.
So now moving along.
I'm gonna kill
we
you
are
all.
gonna
I'm just saying.
get this,
There might be a
this
mutiny
train
at some
wreck
point.
back on the tracks if it's gonna murder me. We are going to. This is a portion of the game where we tell. It's called 8 Lies About Goblins. We're only going to pick several of these. Now, at best, the goblins can expect to experience neglect from humans who often don't look down to see the people who they're stepping on. As the GM, we're going to check in with players about topics and themes they want to use their goblins to explore at the table, both at the start of the game and throughout play, in order to address any bad feels that might arise in game. Like, obviously, we have lines and veils, and we use the XNO system here for safety tools. So if there is anything that you don't want in games, obviously on this stream it's no homophobia, no transphobia, no racism, and no sexism. So no phobias, no isms. They don't happen in my games. And as usual, if there is a problem that arises within the game, feel free to PM me an X. We'll go to break, and we will come back. We'll figure out the problem within as little questions as possible, and then come back after the break, collect ourselves. If there is anything that's getting close to a line, feel free to throw an N in our Zoom chat. So that way I know that I have to wheel it back a little bit. But again, we won't have to worry about any of that sort of things. But we have to tell lies about goblins that the humans think. And I'm going to leave that in the hands of my players, rather than me arbitrarily as a GM saying that and then imposing it upon you. So, there are examples in the book, but we don't have to go off that list. And I'm going to say that we're going to pick, there also is 8 truths about goblins. So we're going to pick, I think, 3 truths and a lie.
Unorthodox for you to go with 3 truths and a lie, as opposed to the regular 2.
Why not?
2 truths and a lie.
So
Now, are we each picking 2 truths and a lie, or
I'm going to
is it
say
total?
that we'll go decide amongst yourselves who would like to tell the lie, and then the remaining 3 will each pick a truth.
Well, I myself have never told a lie in my life, so.
You will pick a truth.
Does anyone have a good lie for the humans to believe?
I mean, I would know which one I would say from the list if it's up to me.
Go
But
for it.
if someone has an idea they want, they should go for it.
I'd say go for it, Milan.
Alright. I think humans believe that our blood and spit is poisonous.
Well,
I've tested it several times. It's not.
Well, that's unfortunate. Just, I guess I could spit boiling acid.
Can you actually spit boiling acid? Because that sounds terrifying.
Wait, I need you. Can I have some?
Recipe. No, you can't have any.
But I need it to make a
You
battery.
can't have any.
And then we'll go around from there. Bo, what is a truth about goblins?
An absolute truth about goblins is that we will, on every occasion, start a mutiny.
Right.
Whenever possible.
Right.
We will start riots. We will turn our backs on each other if we can, stab each other in the back, and or gather together as a group of people and rise up against the people in power and seize the means of production for ourselves, because that is the right thing to do. Because, sometimes goblins, we gotta mutiny together, and what that means is rising up against the bad guys, the people who are controlling us. And, at that point, you can't leave the goblins alone. You gotta be like a communal goblin, is like a communalism,
So you're saying
that
that
kind of
goblins are
situation.
agents of revolution?
Yes, absolutely.
Is Krebs' last name Sanders or Marx?
No, Kreb is Kreb.
All right. Darby, can you give me another truth about goblins?
I have a really dumb one.
Go for it.
Pouch soup is a delicacy. And many would seek to enjoy it.
I mean, where's the lie?
Well, I've had some wonderful pouch
Is it a
soup in my-
delicacy among humans or a delicacy among
It's a
goblins?
delicacy amongst goblins. If humans have some, they get really sick and then they stop moving for like ever. I don't know what's up
That's
with that.
it's really unfortunate.
It's,
We're very allergic.
Harper, can you give me a truth about goblins?
Sure, I can, sweetie. Okay. So I'm going with one of the ones from the book because I am a very by the book type of person. And that is that goblins are masterful book printers. And then in most cities, the humans don't bother with the printing at all because they just rely on the goblin workshops because our craftsmanship is just that much superior. We're very, contrary to popular belief, we're very attentive to detail.
Yeah, just like the detail I put into my pouch soup.
It's a lot like that, Dido, only some of us choose to put things into things that the humans will actually like.
Like
They
bombs.
like it. It's so good they don't eat anything else ever again.
They have literally died and gone to heaven.
Well, you know what? There we go. I don't know if I believe in that human concept of heaven, but you know what? Whatever helps you sleep at night, Crib.
No, that's absolutely true. My good friend Liliana, I always says, use the smart one, and I really mean that from the bottoms of my hearts.
That is fair. I also think that I am the smart one.
That's what I always say.
But thank you for reminding me of that because that really validated me in my truth.
Absolutely. I will always take every opportunity to validate your truths above everyone else's.
This is why you're just my favorite. You're such a sweetheart, Crib.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I love you all.
I think we killed the Goblin Master just a little bit.
I can keep going.
I'm dying
if you want.
inside,
I mean,
slowly.
there could be more. I can keep talking.
Did you want us to
Just
play a
not-
game, or did you just want to listen to Liliana and Crib
I
have a
mean,
hot
we could
hot
literally
laugh?
just roleplay as goblins for the entirety of this. But we want to tell a story.
We're not goblins? No one told me that.
I've been a goblin my whole life, sweetheart. I don't know what you're talking about.
putting in
give
my
me
last
2
name.
seconds. I am just going to do one thing real quick.
By the way, Crab, I fixed your bike. I've got Krebs Cycle in my workshop.
What?
I was waiting.
That was a little bit of a reach there, Dylan, but we appreciate the effort.
What soup? Oh yeah, I dug something out of my backyard and I put it in Grandma's pouch here. Tastes like dirt, but like good dirt.
Good dirt.
You know,
You know, good dirt is really hard to come by.
it is really,
economy.
really hard to come by. That's what I'm telling you. They don't make dirt like this now anymore. You know, it just. That's
You
a
know-
verb.
My favorite part about pouch soup, it's that tang, you know? That
Yeah.
tanginess
Yeah.
aspect of it. You can't really get it anywhere else other
It's
than
very
pouch
true.
soup.
That's No, that's too
And you know what
gross
really
to
makes
say.
it for me is when you get the personal touch of the odd fermented hair in there.
Yeah, no, you know,
Absolutely.
I think the tang comes from you know, I think that tang might be my mother.
You know, it's a very personal thing. That's why everyone's pouch soup is a little bit different.
Yeah, you could really taste all my aunties and uncles in here.
Yeah, Dido, yours is just the best, and we all know it, sweetheart.
Thank you.
I will
Alright.
say, not enough battery acid for my taste.
Well, that's good. Take your batteries.
As you all sit around this table, discussing the virtues of goblin soup,
Pouch soup, actually.
we find ourselves in the human city of Null. N-U-L. A large, sprawling metropolis, which means that as goblins, there are plenty of places for you to live and hide and work. Not necessarily within the view of the long-limbed that sort of run around and amuck in the light. You are all obviously well acquainted with each other. You've worked together a few times. Done a couple jobs for the people that are in charge. On this day, however, sort of a elderly looking goblin. You all know her as Mother Grem, Grem, Mother Grem, comes and approaches all of you and says, "You keeping out of trouble, kids?"
Oh, hello there, Mother Graham. You know that we're always staying out of trouble, or at least I'm trying to keep them out of trouble.
I'm always making it.
Well,
I mean,
it's always good to say here that the young ones are trying to keep themselves out of trouble, because you know how it is when there's... Mogrim is kind of very wrinkled, very small, even for a goblin, is at that age where they sort of hunch in on themselves. Dido, you recognize that the age that you saw your grandmother at this stage before you skinned her and decided to wear her pelt around.
Grandma wanted to become my soup maiden. So it's an honorable position, but you have a bad pouch yourself.
And she sort of goes up to Liliana and says, "Listen, Lily, I don't really mean to come in and, I don't even know where I'm going with this voice. It's just going several different places. I've changed it about 5 times through the course of this roleplay, but moving right along. But did you hear about the press on the other side of town?"
No, I didn't. Did something happen?
Yeah, it turns out there's a group of, like, humans. The book burners?
No, not the book burners.
Yeah. Well, I mean... They went into the shop over there. They just decided that they'd shut the whole thing down. Tore the place up, something fierce.
Oh my goodness, was anybody hurt?
Nothing that can't be replaced, well, except for one thing.
What's that?
And she'll explain to you that the item was actually stolen by the book burners, which is a codex that the goblins keep. That is basically all the secrets to their bookbindery.
How dare they steal that? That is proprietary information.
Well, that's what I said. But they're saying the book burners took it because they want to kind of go into business for themselves.
They wouldn't dare. They could never last 2 seconds against any goblin-run business.
Well, I don't know. With the Libris Codex, they might just...
Well, you know what? Maybe it's time to make some trouble because that's not their information to have.
What do you all do?
Pull up my ladle. Let's go out. Can't have these book burners stealing our goblin secrets. Maybe it's time they have a little soup. I got some pouch soup. I got a special alligator in here just for them.
Oh, you got some
Well, no, we
alligator
don't wanna-
in there?
I got some alligator!
Oh, I love me some alligator pouch.
Well, we
soup.
don't want to go stirring up too much of the bad blood with the humans because we want them to still be able to use us, feel good about coming to our good goblin-run businesses for their bookbinding purposes.
We're just feeding some hungry humans. Where's the crime?
I mean, honestly, these humans think that they can come in here and lord our own abilities over us. What with the taking of the book bindings and whatnot. I think it's about time that we show these humans what it means to be a goblin.
Yeah. Aye. I think it's about a little mutiny.
Did someone say mutiny? I mean, I
Mutiny?
wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say mutiny, but now that you said mutiny, you know, maybe we could
You know,
do
it
a
has been a
mutiny.
while since there's been a good mutiny.
Yeah, I know. It's been a while. I think they're forgetting. You know, it's been so long since last week.
Since
I
last-
know, the days, they just pass so slowly.
I know. It's just that. Oh God, another hour has passed since a mutiny happened. God.
Absolutely. You know, it's like you know, there's three things true about goblins, you know? And one of those three things, that's what we're mutinous. And they gotta remember that. You know, you can't just go around messing with the goblins because we'll start another mutiny.
Yeah,
That is
exactly.
very true. It's a time-honored tradition in my family. You know, we
It
always
really-
follow the rules, but when there's a mutiny that comes up, there's a mutiny that comes up, and there's nothing you can do about it.
It's a mutiny. What are you
Yeah.
supposed to do about it? Hey,
Listen,
hey,
there's a
hey.
mutiny every other week around these
Is it-
parts.
The humans know that. They know that, and not only do they know that, they still take from us. This is the perfect opportunity for a mutiny.
You know, I have the wrong dynamite. I brought my rebellion dynamite today.
Oh!
But if we go back to my office, my workshop, I have plenty of mutiny dynamite in there.
You know,
Yeah.
Penelope, I think that maybe the rebellion dynamite will do in a pinch.
It's a taste of rebellion. You know, je ne sais quoi.
I think you're pronouncing it wrong. I think it's je ne sais quoi. Wah. You gotta really get that wah.
The wah. Are you sure you have to make the qua sound? I'm pretty sure. It's pronounced.
Listen, I studied
What's
under the
up?
I studied under the finest human master. Well, I don't really know if he was human or not, but I know it's a wah sound.
Je ne sais croissant.
Goblin Master, quick question.
Yes.
Do I start with my 2 gadgets, or am I gonna need to spend an hour off the bat in my office?
I'd say you start with your gadgets. You all basically have your starting equipment and everything that comes sort of with your standard playbooks.
What you're saying is that I have my gun hammer.
You got your gun hammer in hand.
I've got
go.
my cauldron breath. Apparently, I can switch out my mutagens. So, my pouch soup is extra special.
It's extra zesty today.
It's extra zesty. Everyone want to spit acid?
You know, I've always said that my words can be particularly acidic sometimes. So perhaps today is the day to have that acidic spit.
Today.
So
That's sour. That's fair. You can sometimes be very sour for having such a sweet disposition, Crib.
So Monogram will point you towards this bookbinding shop that was hit by the book burners. And you can all sort of make your way there if you like.
I will make my way there mutinously.
I will go too.
Yeah.
For chat's benefit, I immediately saw a gadget that said grenade and already picked it. I will follow the group.
So yeah, you make your way to this, and you see that this place has been torn to pieces. Liliana Bobrana, you knew this shop. They were they were probably one of the best shops. In fact, they were the best shop because they were the ones that were entrusted with the Libris Codex. And you see the shop owner, sort of a gangly-looking goblin that you are familiar with by the name of Crix. Crix looks at you and says, Liliana Bobrana, how you doing, sweetie? It's good to see you.
Oh, hey there. Hey there, Crix. It's lovely to see you under such dire circumstances. I heard something happened to your shop, darling.
Well, it's the darndest thing. I went to open her up this morning, and the whole thing's been torn to pieces. And what's more, the Libris Codex is missing, and, you know...
I heard that.
Bad for business. Bad for business.
Now, you know that I respect the humans very much most of the time, but they really have no business nosing in on goblin work like this. But I brought some of my friends here. I think that maybe we can help you out just a little bit.
You want some calming soup?
Well, you know, I never say no to your soup. Dick, go.
Thank you. You know, I'm trying a new recipe. I got this baby alligator. I raised him myself. A whole week he's been alive, and I think he's got some real good meat on him. But yeah, you want some soup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have a bowl. And you give Crix this bowl of soup, and it's extra zesty today.
Yeah. That'll be the battery acid.
Oh, yeah, it's got some extra pep in there. But yeah, I went to open the shop this morning. It's been torn to hell, and there's like some writing on the wall in there, and I don't even know what we're doing. Like,
some writing on the wall. We better go check that out then. I think if you're
that's kind of how we figured it was the book burners, because I got the writing on the wall there, right? It's in that Humie script.
Mm. Well, I want to go on into the shop, Goblin Master, and take a look at this human script and see what the book burners have left written.
Absolutely. I will let you go inside, and I am going to ask you to make me the first roll, which is I'm going to ask you to make me a clever roll.
Oh, I'm very good at that. Okay. Well, that is a grand total of 6.
You see this writing. I'm going to say that the glasses do give you an extra plus. You
right.
can re-roll with the glasses.
Sweetie, help Ilana Borbana out.
I am.
Well, that's much
not a
better. I
very good
I
reader.
got an 11 that time.
An 11?
Oh.
Okay, easily done, easily done. So that is a... boop, boop. An 11 is you do it. So yeah, easily enough. It says... so it's kind of strange. It does say in the the common human script, written in black ink, because that looks like that was what was available. This is a book printing and binding shop after all. In black ink on the wall, it says the book burners were here, but something's a little strange because you're kind of unsure because were is spelled W-U-R, and you're pretty sure that's W-E-R-E.
Now, maybe I missed my mark here just a little bit, but the book burners don't like goblins that much, but they sure do like taking our books from us. And if I'm not mistaken, that's not spelled correctly. I think that maybe there's something hinky going on here.
I don't know. I don't really. I just can't. Like I said, I just came in. I saw the script. Looked like that human words to me, but.
I'm pretty impressed that you can actually read that stuff. There, our good friend Liliana.
Thank you.
I always says, use the smart one, and I really means it.
Oh, thank you, Crib. I know you mean it because I know it too, but you're very sweet for saying it.
I'm right here.
Yes, we know, darling.
The only human I speak is numbers. And I think we are 2 minutes late. Let's go.
Late for what, my friend?
Blowing up the book burners.
Sure.
That
I should
sounds
probably put this out
useless
now.
to me.
If someone else would like to make a clever roll to perhaps try to find a few more, or even a secret roll.
Oh, I'd love to make a secret roll. I mean, I'm secrets. I can climb on sheer surfaces like some sort of gecko. Can I climb?
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah. I got.
I'm sorry. Is that just you decided that, or is that a character thing?
It's
that sounds very pretty.
I picked a Brewmeister advancement of Bottled Miracle. I can immediately manifest an additional mutagen from my recipe book.
Understood.
Giving myself some toe pads here.
Oh, did we get an advancement? Because I know which one I would have picked.
I'll say
Get one.
yes. You can each have one advancement.
Yeah, it said or choose one advancement from your playbooks.
Oh.
Goblin Genesis.
Okay.
Yeah. So I picked one. Yeah, that is a secret. I got a 10.
A 10? No problem. You climb up to the top of the roof and you see the ink smears from where the vandals had broken in. And then you actually do see a trail of ink leading out the door
No.
into the street.
Oh. I'm gonna lick up a little of the ink. What does it taste like? Does it taste good? Is it good with my soup?
Well, it's some goblin ink right there. If it's found in the goblin shop, and you know that we do all of the best inking and bookmaking.
It's kind of alcohol based.
That'll go great on a...
Might add some tang to the soup if you wanted to add a little bit in.
Mm-hmm.
Ink and battery acid soup.
Goblins
Ink,
don't-
battery
baby
acid,
alligator.
and
She's
baby
very
alligator.
insistent on using that.
Oh, don't forget, I added a little pink salt crystals in there. And
I don't get why humans don't like our soup at all.
And it boggles my mind too. I added some bleach in there as well for cleansing palate.
Listen, Chris is just eating the soup. It's real good soup.
Yeah. You want a jug? You want a jug for later? I got a jug.
This is just Darby showing off her props.
This is not a prop.
I will go over to Crix. If you need someone to fix, do they use a printing press for the books here?
Yes. And it
If you
has
need
been,
someone to
it has
fix
been
it.
thoroughly smashed.
If you need someone to fix that, I fix a lot of the printing presses in town. Here's my card, and it is just like a piece of metal with like the word pan on it, and it just says clock, and I just hand it.
This is a really nice card.
Send a pigeon to the tower, and I'll get back to you.
You could chew on that card. I tried.
You got it.
It goes great in the soup.
Great with the soup.
They call that like a trencher or something, you know, to like they'll scoop up the rest of the soup at the end, soaks it up.
So if there's battery acid and a lead plate, that is an electrified soup now.
It's got
You
a
know,
tingling.
Adds a little bit extra
always said
zip
the-
too. I like it.
Yeah.
My favorite part
Who
about
needs
your
coffee
soup,
when you
know,
got
is
that soup, I
tingling
gotta
feeling.
say.
Hot brown morning potion has nothing on this. On soup. Anyways, I see a trail of ink going down ways. Let's follow it.
Oh, well, then we better follow it.
And she's just gonna, as she's going, she just test, like, pile of trash here. She's, like, digging through it quickly, grabbing something. Just, yeah.
So you follow the trail of ink. I'm gonna say, can I get you to? Someone can make me a clever roll.
Well, I'm quite clever.
All right. Clever Goyle.
I am a clever girl.
Clever girl.
Oh, and that was even better than last time. That is a grand total of a 12.
Oh, that's a little something extra too. You can see that the trail of ink is definitely leading into the... It's weird because if this was actually a group of humans that did this, you'd think it would be leading to the Overcity. It's leading deeper into the Undercity.
That's so strange. I mean, like, maybe these humies are trying to infiltrate our city.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to... What are they playing at? They steal our stuff. They break our stuff. And now they're going into our stuff. That's just mutiny area right there. In fact, that feels like a riot right here.
Well, you know, far be it for me to speak before I'm sure of something. But do we have any evidence that it was actually the humans who did this? You know, I'm not the only goblin who's clever enough to write in the human speech.
You see, with a 12, because that does give you a little something extra. It does lead to the Undercity. But also, these tracks kind of look like goblins.
All I'm saying, now I'm no master tracker or anything, but I am just saying that those look like goblin parts, and it's going back to goblin area, and they raided a goblin shop, and they made a misspelling that a human would never make. So I'm just saying that maybe we shouldn't be blaming the humans for this.
Are you saying this was other goblins?
Now, far be it from me to accuse anybody, but yes.
But where's the class solidarity? We need to rise up as one if we're gonna take down the humans.
We gotta throw off the chains of oppression together.
Well, you know, some goblins just want to serve themselves.
It's very true, you know.
You know, I'll serve them too. And I pull out a piece of dynamite and then put out the wick really quickly before it blows up.
The master's tools will never dismantle the master's house. It's something my grandma always used to say.
You know, Dido, you know, you really
Your grandma
are the
was
smart one here. If I say, I mean, I always say so. Don't I always say so?
You always say so. You always say so. Isn't that
You know-
right, Grandma? You can pull up Grandma's head and just nod the head.
Your grandma was one smart and tasty lady.
I know. She's our pouch, prodigious pouch. That's
You know what they say, you get, for every wrinkle, You get a little more smart, and she was a wrinkly old lady at the end.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see
and
it
those
still on her
wrinkles,
face.
those wrinkles in the pouch, they catch flavor.
That's true.
That's last month's soup you're tasting in there as well.
Very sorry, Goblin Master. Are we derailing your tale here?
No, it's perfect. You're walking and talking. You are having these conversations as you continue deeper into the city, into the Undercity, then past the Undercity.
Well, this is very strange.
Where are we going with this?
You think there's maybe there's like this like secret undercity, like a super undercity.
Yeah.
Like a sub-undercity?
No, like a super undercity.
No, it's like an under city.
Yeah, sub it means undercrib, sweetie.
Well, if you go under
I
twice,
mean, I'm not
doesn't that
really
mean
hungry,
you're on
but I'll
top?
take a sub if you've got.
It's like when you turn, if you go sub again, then you're on top of everything, right? Because then you tunnel straight through, and now you're on top.
Well, Dido, you know how they say that 2 wrongs don't make a right and 2 lefts don't either? Well, 2 belows do not make an on top. They just
But
make it down
3
deep.
You know that's
lefts
very
make
true.
a right.
2 bottoms don't make a top. It's what I always tell my friends.
You need at least a switch in there somewhere.
You know, you need some versatility in there.
It's a really good thing that it's an 18-plus conversation, isn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about. We're talking about digging into holes here.
Yeah.
Wait.
Also, if you take 3 lefts, it'll make a right. Just
Wait,
saying.
we're talking about switches? I've got a switchboard right here. I pull out a soldering iron that's somehow plugged into something.
Under
I
Undercity.
plug it into my soup.
So this is going past the undercity into the under.
Yes.
Very good.
You know, I never come all the way down here, with my work being up top and all.
I'm always in the tower.
That's fair. You know, I do my best work in the bottom.
I just like to be on top of everything. Wait, what are we talking about?
I just like switching it up. I can whip something up that's totally new.
Anyways.
I don't want to wax poetic here, but
Oh my
I
god.
gotta work out all the kinks in my soup.
You know, I feel like this conversation's taking a real turn down an alleyway. Can we bring it on back?
You got it, Ace.
We'll say bye to this
And as
conversation.
you continue into the Undercity, eventually the tracks sort of start to lose a little bit of that ink. I'm gonna need another clever.
I mean, I could take a look. I mean, my background's not really in looking for things, but more talking to people. You know what I mean?
That's a 9 that I got right
A
there.
9 is a success with a complication. They're starting to thin out a little bit because obviously the ink has started to dry on the goblin that you presume took the Kodaks. And they start to go in like a little bit of a circle pattern, almost like they had stopped for a little bit. But after that, it's kind of difficult to see it going forward. But from out of the corner of your eye, you see a pair of yellow eyes that are definitely not goblinoid. In the distance, not too far off, staring at you.
Is there a ceiling to where we are?
There's a sort of a small body of water that they had stopped by, and you can see 2 eyes peering out from the water.
Can I
No, I don't
climb
think
up?
I've ever seen anything like that. Crab, have you ever seen anything like that?
What, you mean these very ominously looming eyes that are staring at us from out of the corner there?
Yeah, exactly those.
You hear a growl,
Only once.
but not coming from the water, but coming from the opposite direction of the water.
Can I climb on the ceiling?
Uh,
I don't want to hear this water.
and coming from the opposite direction of the water is this creature with oil slick skin, long and thin legs that sort of crawls towards you, and its mouth is just sort of a single circle with just rows of teeth. And you realize that what was in the water wasn't what you were looking at. This is what is known as a mirror eel. And they often travel in pairs. And this one is going to lunge at you. And that's where we're going to take our first break.
Oh no.
I would like to point out that I have the advancement of lightning draw, and I can never be caught by surprise.
Am I on the ceiling away from the eels?
Well, now I'm kind of regretting not giving Liliana a single weapon.
It's okay, I'll protect you, Liliana.
Oh, thank you very
So
much.
I brought 11.
We're going to take a quick break. We're going to do bio stretches. We're going to grab some hydration. And you all should do the same. We will be back in about 5 or 10 minutes. We'll see you soon.
Stay mutinous.
we're back. They just started role-playing without us. Before we had even got back from break.
Crab doesn't follow the rules, okay?
Wait, Liz, are we playing characters? Did I need to roll something up? Because I've just been being myself the whole time. I apologize if I'm messing up the show.
Listen, there's one
are
rule to
good.
mutiny, and that's to not listen to the rules.
There you go. Talking like a true goblin, you are.
Goblins be goblins. They're gonna goblin. Thank you, Lauren.
That is very true. You can't stop a goblin from goblining.
No.
It's true. You know, I've tried, and they just kept gobbling.
Especially if they get their hands on some of that soup. They'll just gobble it right up.
That's right. There's more goblining.
Oh my goodness,
You
this
just
is the
goblin.
best.
Okay. So let's do a quick there's no rules for initiative here, so let's make something up. I'm going to say, everybody make me a skillful roll, please.
Oh no.
My specialty!
My dearest goblin master,
Yes.
would you say that this enemy would have gotten the drop on us? Because if an enemy would get the drop on me, Kreb acts first instead because of my lightning draw advancement.
Absolutely.
Incredible.
I also rolled double ones on this creature.
So what you're saying is, I win.
Yes.
Perfect.
Either way, the creature has been alerted to your presence and stumbled over its own feet as it salivates and stalks toward and lopes towards you out of the darkness, straight towards Liliana Bobrana.
Liliana Babrana.
Liliana Bobrana Casabanita.
Bless you.
Alright. So, what is everyone's... so I'm going to say that Kreb goes first. And what is everybody else's roll on? That is a 7?
7.
I rolled a mere 9.
9. Okay. So...
I mean, listen, I'm not the most skillful around here. I don't move so fast anymore, so that's going to be a 1 from me. I rolled snake eyes and I got a -1.
Cool. So it's going to be the eel. Liliana. And then it's going to be Pan and Dido. Okay, so Kreb. I'm going to ask you, what do you do as this thing lopes towards Liliana Bobrana?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna tell this what is it called? The Mira eel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep your eyes to yourself, Mira eel. Or rather, feast your eyes on my gun hammer, and then I'm gonna try to smash.
You're gonna try and smash with the gun hammer?
I don't know how that exactly works.
I can tell you how that works. It actually says
You know, since these things are living in the undercity, they could be called lowlifes. I'm just saying.
They would actually be called top lives because if they're under and the low lives, that makes them top lives.
because you were trying to smash with the gun hammer in opposition to shooting with it, I am going to ask you to roll a tough, please.
Now, see, I'm not very tough, so you would think that I would probably not do the smashy parts, but you're probably thinking that Kreb is smarter than Kreb actually is.
Kreb's gonna do it.
I'm
Kreb's
gonna
gonna
a smash. That's absolutely correct, and I'm going to roll a 7.
A 7, so that is a success with a complication. So you reel down and smash this thing with the gun hammer. However, it does draw its attention to you now, and it's going to try and do a bounding leap at you. So I'm going to ask for you to give me roll for me. What I'm going to say is this is so I'm going to say that this instead of a goblin weapon, this gun hammer is obviously a big weapon because it is both a gun and a hammer. So
Yes,
I'm going
that
to
is
say that
correct.
it's plus 2 damage. And roll a d6 for me.
Rolling a d6.
Yes.
I'm adding 2. So that is 6. So plus 2. That is an 8 damage.
This thing whimpers and falls to the ground, motionless. And out from the side, you can see 2 more peeling out from the darkness towards you all.
Hey, look, everyone, I killed it. There's nothing to worry about.
But
I'm gonna
thank you
put
very
in
much for jumping in front of that one, Crab, sweetie, but it looks like we got company.
Crab is absolutely looking the other direction, looking very proud with their gun.
I'll save it. I think it'll go really well with battery acid and some grinded Advil.
No, nobody else, just me seeing the other 2 suckers over there.
I mean, yes,
Company?
I see the suckers. I just
Pan, what would
wanna,
you like to
I wanna.
do?
I thought you'd never ask. I will, clanging and clattering, I don't know if it was described that Pan wears armor made of pans.
Cotton pan
It
armor.
was
I-
not.
She will produce... It's not exactly a pistol, it's like a tiny cannon on a stick.
A boomstick.
And I'm just gonna point at one and just shoot.
Okay. Roll me. Are you standing still?
Yes.
Okay. So roll me. This is going to be a skill check.
Company,
Skillful.
good thing business is booming! And I got...
I understood
What'd you
that
get?
one.
I got 9.
Hey! With a complication. This thing echoes throughout, and it makes a lot of very loud noise, as per the drawback of this weapon. And some of the stalactites and stalagmites from the ceiling begin to fall towards you all. I'm going to get everybody around this to make a skill roll to try and dodge out of the way of these.
Well, that's no good. Oh, God.
Just barely did I clear 6. I got a 7.
I got
I'm gonna
9.
mark experience.
Oh, I got a 10
Nice!
and went Australian for a second. I got a 10. 10?
Oh, Australian, you say, Harper? I now know Dinah's voice.
Pan,
Mhm.
you take 1 point of damage.
Does my armor reduce it?
Your armor does reduce it.
I take no points of
You
damage.
take 1 point of damage from a stalactite falling on your head.
Okay. So
What did
Jesus.
Kreb roll? You don't get to
I-
roll dice. Go away.
Crab rolled a 9.
Okay, so Kreb jumps out of the way, and takes, but it does get skimmed with it, so you do take another single point.
Can I use my trash can lid that I'm carrying with me to reduce a point of damage?
Absolutely, you can.
I'm pretty sure that's what the trash can lid does.
It does.
Oh, I could choose to have it break to negate damage from an attack. What about my rag armor?
Yeah, it would reduce your incoming damage by 1, so absolutely.
Phew. It is a good thing that I wear this rag armor that is, in fact, shaped like a pirate's outfit.
Nice. Fashion. How, if I rolled a failure,
So,
but I am on the ceiling.
You are riding the stalagmite.
I ride the
Stalactite, sorry.
down.
welcome in, Raiders!
Hi,
Hello,
Raiders.
Hello,
Raiders. Thanks for
Raiders.
stopping by.
We're
Welcome
playing a
back.
game called Six Goblins. It is an itch. It is a game that's on itch, and it is hilarious fun so far.
It's called Six Goblins, but there's
Dido.
clearly 4.
There
No,
are
we're
clearly
just,
4
we're just
goblins
having
and
a
you
whale of a
goblin
time
master.
here. Or an eel of a time, I should say.
So
I'm really having a great time.
Okay, so you failed on your roll.
I got a 5.
Okay, you are going to take 3 points of damage.
With my rag arm, I reduce 1 of that, correct?
Correct.
So I only
Take
take 2. So I'm at 3. How do
That would
you
be all of my health.
how do you say 3 with a shitty Australian accent?
Three.
3.
3. It's
be-
geeky, but
that'd be
really
great.
it's not geeky. It's Dido.
So my damage, I believe, for this gun is only a d6, but I add 2, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So roll a d6, add 2.
That would be 6 damage total.
It looks the one that you shot looks very messed up, hanging on by a thread. The other one is very healthy, which leaves us to Dido.
Can I am I still on the ceiling? Or did I
You didn't quite make it up to the ceiling yet.
damn, but I'm on the wall. Ooh, Can I
So it's kind of like this big, let me describe this area for you. There is a lake on the one side, and it is this sort of big, cavernous expanse. It's not necessarily like a enclosed room that you can climb up a wall of.
I see. I understand now. How close are the eels to me? Are they in a 10-meter cone?
I would say yes, they definitely are.
Okay.
Oddly specific.
I would like to spit
They are in that oddly
boiling.
specific shape.
I would love to spit boiling acid at them in a 10-meter cone, and that deals as much damage as a flask of burning oil.
Okay. Roll a skill for me, please. Roll a skillful for me, please.
Oh boy.
You know, these musicians, they always want to spit fire.
Actually,
but I've always found it's better to spit acid.
I'm gonna say that this is definitely an ability that is part and parcel with you being a brewmaster. So I'm going to say instead of skillful, I'm going to ask that you please roll me a
Secret?
secret. Please roll me secret.
Excellent, because that will make that a 12.
Wow.
There you go. And there is an additional benefit for that. So I'm going to ask you to roll me an extra d6.
Ooh. Ooh. There's an extra 4.
So how much damage did you do with the
Oh god, I forgot how much of
a flask of burning oil? A flask of burning oil is a d6 plus 1.
Boop. That'll be a 6 plus 1.
So 6 plus 4 plus 1, so that's 11 points of damage.
Yeah.
That'll do it. And you all watch as Dido takes this big slurp of soup and like just gulps it down in like one like big heavy gulp. So you know there's a little bit of the reflex coming. Content warning? That's a thing? Vomit if that's a thing? Are we good? Are we Okay. And the projectile of this acid just dissolves these two in one shot.
Are
I
there
was
any
worried.
more?
I was only going to throw one at you, and then you one-shot the one of them, and then
Are there any more in this area?
make
That I can
me
see?
make me a.
What about those eyes in the water?
That was actually because they're called mirror eels. It's part of one of the ways that they track their prey. Is they can cast reflections of themselves at different areas. So you're actually seeing the reflection of the eyes in the water.
Oh.
Quick question, since this was before the break. The tracks ended at the water line?
The tracks sort of gathered near the water line, and then they sort of came to a stop there. You'd have to look around for additional things, additional clues. So I'm going to ask you to roll me a clever, Dido.
We can do that. So I mark experience.
Yep. What did you roll?
I rolled a 3.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember, what was the question that you had asked again?
Oh, to see if there are any more of the eels coming.
Could be.
Because otherwise, I want to go scoop up the free soup I just made and add it to the pouch.
Add it to the pouch. Add it to the pouch.
Yeah,
It's a
soup.
self-perpetuating.
Yeah.
Use the soup to make more.
Is this kind of like the 100-year-old yeasts that certain bakeries have?
Yeah, or the
100-year-old starters.
the 36-year-old soup in Thailand, I think it is.
Yeah.
This is not the first RPG character that Darby's made based off of that old soup. Why did I go Australian?
Also, technically,
I know.
you made a character with the 45-year-old soup. I'm sorry, my bad.
45-year-old soup. Yeah, because they just keep adding to it and adding to it.
And they never stop boiling it.
Hey, I've got some leftover mirror worm goop on my gun hammer.
Oh, you wanna?
I could put it in. Do you want me to put it in the pouch?
Yeah. Just swirl the part that has it on it.
I'm gonna stick it in. And just
So to
swirl
answer
it.
your question, Dido, there
around
could be. You don't know. You're unsure.
Then Dido's like, there's no more eels.
And you think you can hear like a maybe like the soft growl off in the distance.
I have an idea. We need to go across the water. I'm gonna make a boat out of that, and I point to the one mirror eel that wasn't liquefied.
No, I was gonna use it. I was gonna make salt grilled mirror eel.
Now,
Well,
my dear Goblin Master, did you say there was a growl off in the distance?
It is a growl that only Dido heard because Dido rolled a 3.
Gosh darn it. Okay.
But if you wanted to make a clever roll, you could also scout for threats.
I would like to do that, yes.
You absolutely
I would
could.
like-
And if you would like to investigate this area where the tracks stop, you can definitely also roll a clever.
I've hyperfixated. I want to make this eel into a boat.
I am 100%
I got
on
it.
board with making a boat.
Make
So,
me a
no,
skillful
I got it. Wow, it is so hot. We brought up Australia, and now I can't not do it.
roll. Deep breath.
Listen, it's fine. Don't
Deep
even
breath,
worry.
go back to
about it.
Joycey.
Really?
Now listen, my dearest Goblin Master. I got an 11. Wow, why are they
almost
similar?
It's almost like Midwestern Southern-ish.
Yeah. They're all just sort of melded
You got an 11
together.
on your skill?
Yes, I did, sweetheart.
You do, in fact, see some, it looks like some skid marks at the waterline of something that had been pushed into the water.
Someone left some skid marks on the ground there.
Yep. And it's
Oh,
not
no.
just the liquefied mirror eels.
So, I did roll a 3, but my
I can help you if you
advancement
want.
is called Gearhead.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if this counts as a mechanical device or as repairing.
Not really. It's kind of like you're trying to fashion a corpse into a pontoon.
I would very much.
No, I don't
like
think.
to
I don't think
help.
it's kind like that. I think that he's just doing that.
Yeah, that's kind of what you're
Living
doing.
beings
And, like-
are just machines.
Well, you kind of take this Muriel, which is the size of a goblin.
Okay.
They're not very like they're about the size of a goblin, and you kind of like you kind of fashion it. You put it out in the water, and it kind of just it floats. And then you decide to test it. Put your foot on there. It seems sturdy. Then you put your other foot on there, and then you just fall into the water.
Oh no, I'm wearing
Goblin Master.
metal armor.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's not too deep.
Okay.
Now, Goblin Master.
Yes.
I have a Brewmeister move. I would have to spend an hour to do this, but it would potentially let me breathe underwater.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry. I misread the die. I actually rolled a 10. So the symbol on it for this set, half of them are on the ones, and then the other half are on the sixes. I am
You're good.
sorry.
No,
but
that's no problem. Easy enough. So yeah, there's actually some driftwood as well on the side of this underground lake. And between that and you're thinking the corpse might not be the best thing to be using as some sort of flotation device, but you do manage to fashion a makeshift raft with the materials at hand. You do have some rope on your person. You're able to tie it all together and get it all shorn, and using a
I'm
little
so
bit
sorry.
of extra cloth, you do manage to fashion a sort of makeshift sail. It's quite a nice little boat that you've got going on here. No, you're good. And meanwhile, Dido, what was the...
So I can spend an hour toiling over my cauldron, which is, of course, my grandma's prodigious pouch, as it is trademarked. And I can purge my mutagens, reserve a number of mutagens equal to my level, which I can include one additional mutagen from my recipe book. Actually, after you encounter or observe a notable monster mutant, reflect on the experience, match it to a mutagen, and add it to my recipe book.
would you like to take a short rest at the thing? It's sort of like, because I know that one of you did get a little bit hurt, so you could take that time to eat a grub,
Ooh,
heal up,
yeah. I could drink my special elixir.
and we can you can I think also it's going to take about an hour for this boat to be made, to be completed. So we've got time. You've got time to do a little bit of a brew, and you kind of like the reflective properties of these mirror eels and the fact that they're able to almost give a double image of themselves in other areas. And you can definitely add that to your spellbook brewmaster kit.
Yeah,
You can add
my
that to the
recipe
mutagen
book.
list.
I would, can I, in that hour, prepare the mirror stuff,
Mhm.
and also gills.
You can definitely do that.
I now
They actually do
have...
also have gills on the sides as well.
Yeah.
Because they're almost amphibious.
I now have gills. I look very interesting.
A possum wearing a dead possum wearing
And a rabbit.
a rabbit with gills.
Don't forget her pet rat. That's very important.
And
part.
also,
Yeah, my tree.
what is your pet rat's name, by the way?
Ratty, but spelled RABCDEFGHIJKLMNOPQRSTUVWXY and Z TTY. The alphabet is silent.
That's my fucking co-host. I love him so much.
Very good.
Is that French?
No, I think that one's German. It's too long of a word. It's too long of a word to be French. It's gotta be German.
It's actually.
I adore you all. I adore you all equally.
No.
The alphabet is silent.
TPK. TPK.
TPK.
So I'm gonna use a grub to reroll my HP.
Go for it.
Because I want more than 3.
Oh, do we get to re-roll?
4! That's exactly what I wanted.
There you go. Yes, you can use a grub to re-roll your HP.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm doing that.
I quite like my. Wow.
I quite
quite
like
like mine.
Quite like mine.
Quite
That's a
like it.
5.
Quite
We're
like
just
mine.
doing bad Australian accents now.
Well, you know, sweetheart, I quite like where my HP is at, so I think I'm not gonna re-roll. Wow, it
Re-roll.
just happened.
Re-roll.
Row.
Geki.
Crikey.
Actually, I changed my mind. My rat's name is Gurky, but spelled G-E alphabet R-K-I. The alphabet is silent.
Not ratty.
Not Nico Curious.
Go curious. Muted.
Go curious.
Great, now just save that for a very serious moment. Or you just press it.
Daddy, name is Geki. Alphabet is silent. Ratty. Alphabet is silent. Purple, but pronounced purple.
So his name is Gurky Ratty Purple.
Exactly. He's very smart, and sometimes when he's feeling like it, he takes a swim in the soup. And this is his brother.
I just
Yeah.
put together. Harper, your character's voice sounds like Meowth.
Yes. 100%.
The highest of praise.
I'd like to drink my
Liliana,
special.
that's right.
Liliana Babrana. It's not Liliana, it's Liliana.
Liliana. That's right.
So when I rest, I can roll dice to reroll my HP.
So you can eat it. If you have a grub in your inventory, you can use that to reroll your HP.
If I drink Grandma's special recipe.
If you drink Grandma's special recipe, which I believe is...
Well, listen, Dido. If you show it on Grub, I've got some here, and you can have some if you like.
Can I mash it into my Grandma's special recipe?
You sure can.
Just.
I think it will just have the effect of your Grandma's special recipe.
So I can roll a dice and see what happens. Well, shit. So does it heal the missing HP, or is this now my new health?
It's your new health, if I
It is your new
remember
health, yeah.
correctly.
Yes.
My new health.
Would you like to... I will give you 1 mulligan per game. Didn't you have 5 HP before?
Yeah.
Your HP went down?
There was too much tang in that one.
She
Too
was
much
being a
zip.
little greedy. She wanted to have 6 HP.
Not everyone can have 6 HP like Liliana Bobrana.
Liliana.
Liliana Bobrana.
Liliana. I now have 2
It's like Lil Yachty, but instead of an Adi, it's nah.
Nah.
I now have a good old 2.
Those,
So you can make your way to across this lake with this beautifully fashioned raft.
Can I swim?
You can absolutely swim.
Captain
To the
Kreb!
bottom.
You can.
Captain Kreb! The SS Gabo's yours.
I thank you very much, my good friend Penelope. Penelope.
Penelope.
Well, you know,
You know-
Clem, this is something. Normally, that outfit looks a little out of place, but on the boat, you just look so dashing.
I know. I look like that famous goblin. What was his name? Jacob Swallow. Yeah.
That's right. You do look like a swallow right now.
I know, he wouldn't do a spit take almost.
Let's not blow this opportunity. Let's get on the road.
I thought we were getting on the lake, not going down another alleyway.
It's really hard on the knees when you're.
I don't know what you're talking about. When you get used to it, it's fine.
This is not one particular harbor.
I hope you're not harboring any ill will.
Listen, if you want me to enter someone's harbor, I'll do it.
Now, why are y'all talking about my player? Why are you doing that? You just focus on Liliana. Don't think about
moving
her.
right along.
Can I
you make your way-
swim to the bottom alongside the boat?
You can. It's quite a deep lake.
Mhm.
I'm just
There's some fish down there. Make me a clever roll.
So what happens if I level up during the game?
Pick an
Are you
advancement.
supposed to add XP at the end?
You had experience if you
You know
fuck
what?
up.
You take experience every time you fail a roll.
Oh.
Oh,
I rolled snake eyes. For a total of 3.
Dido, you're at the bottom of this lake. It's very peaceful down here. And then you feel something grab your leg.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh. Is it a mirror?
Make me a tough roll.
You got this, Dido.
I don't die though because I rolled a 9 total.
Okay. You manage to pull your way free and swim as fast as you can up to the surface where the raft is waiting for you. And if you like, you could climb aboard. But you do take 2 hit points from whatever was clinging onto your leg. Your cloth armor can reduce it.
Yeah. I was like, I just passed out then and just sink to the bottom. How does my mirror eel mutagen now work?
Make that toughness roll with advantage.
Roll
it again.
That was not better!
Oh no.
So it would be 1 HP because your
Yeah.
armor does negate it down to 1.
Climbing into the raft.
And there is this tentacle mark that has wrapped its way around your leg. But you did manage to escape from whatever was at the bottom of the lake.
There's something at the bottom of the lake. We should go back and eat it.
oh well, now Dido, you know we gotta keep moving forward here, but also you gotta know that you can't just go swimming in strange waters without protection.
Well, I do have protection. I have soup. It's like very watery now, but it's still good.
You see, that's you need to get that kind of pouch that can close. You know, some kind of string that you could use to close your
Yeah, I
pouch.
know. Grandma's pouch, as great as it is, being of a prodigious size, sometimes has trouble, staying shut.
Yeah, she's got a bit of a loose pouch. I understand.
All I
Yeah,
know
it
is
happens
that
to the
I was
best
taught
of
to
us.
wrap it before you tap it.
This is
Well,
all
Always
record
put on
labor.
gloves.
I've done quite a bit of
See?
research on the subject, and there's nothing
Penelope,
saying
that's
that
very
there's nothing
clever.
saying that a possum's pouch gets loose over time. You know, that's just an urban legend.
No, I think she purposely stretched it out
To fit more soup.
in a bit more soup. Listen, my grandma is very proud of a soup.
It's so weird how there's an alleyway in the middle of this lake. We should keep moving forward.
Anyway, I pull out dynamite. What are we
I've
hunting?
had enough of this allegory.
Well, if anything comes up with, reaches up towards the boat, you should just, blow it up. I want some takoyaki.
I got it. I don't use dynamite because water and fire don't mix. So I pull out a grenade.
Now, see, now
Do
you're
I
thinking,
know where
Penelope.
the thing is?
That's very clever, Penelope. See, this is why you're the smart one. And I always says, don't I always say, Dido? Penelope is the smart one.
I love you.
Well, I can't lie to Crab. I'm just a little bit hurt.
What do you mean?
I thought I was the smart one. Do you?
Well, no, Penelope is the smart one. We all know that.
Who's ready to do some science?
In the foundations of our friendship now, Crab.
That's okay.
I
You know,
love you
you'll
all
get
so
over
much. So do you continue forward, or are you going to try and face off against whatever is under this water that doesn't nothing seems to surface?
I'd like to keep my needle grenade at the ready.
Okay.
Needless to say, you're ready for the attack.
Sounds like a real.
I'm
quick
taking
move you got
psychic
there.
damage.
Listen, we just need to stick to our guns.
Jackie wants to look
I'm
around.
trying to inject puns into this game.
So
Suit
nothing,
yourself.
Nothing surfaces. Whatever seemed to attack Dido at the bottom might have just been protecting its territory.
I want its eggs.
And you continue and make your way to the edge of the water
Well,
on the opposite side.
If it bothers us on the way back, we'll burn that bridge when we come to it.
There's no bridge here. I don't understand.
It's a
It's
bridge
one of
too
them
far.
idioms.
Give me the abridged version. It's taking too long.
So my dearest goblin,
Yes.
goblin master, when we get to the opposite side of the water, what is it that I see when I look around? Because I am still looking for these, seeing if these tracks got
Absolutely.
dragged
Make
to the
me
bottom.
a clever roll with advantage for your glasses.
That's good. Better. That's gonna be a total of a 13.
Clear as day. You see sets of tracks. Weirdly enough, you also see human sets of tracks, in addition to the goblin sets of tracks. And there's a very well-made boat on this side that looks
boat now.
human-made.
Well, that's very strange. I wonder what the Longshanks are doing all the way down here. I've seen a couple in the Undercity, but never in the Undercity before.
And up ahead, you can
probably
actually hear some human voices.
That seems very precarious there. Does somebody want to go check it out?
Up to sneak around to see.
Well, I mean, I'm not exactly the sneakiest type.
I know what you're picking up. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Crab. Tapping the nose, and then I pull out a dynamite.
I like the way you see the smart one.
I would like to hold my ladle. I'd like to dip in a little soup and just hold it at the ready.
So to be clear, we are running in there without any kind of thought or plan.
Yeah.
And
Let me tell you what, sweethearts. Talking to humans is a little bit of a specialty of mine. They teach it to you in the bookbinding business, just in case you have to get along with the humans you're binding the books for. So I can always go turn on a little bit of that old charm and sweet talk 'em.
But
And I can put a vest on you in case, and then blow everything up.
I kind of feel like we should blow everything up though.
Well, maybe we talk first and then blow everything up.
I'm just saying if we don't blow everything up, because remember when we blew something up before and then pointy rocks fell from the ceiling?
Yeah, but like
That was fun!
Whatever, it's whatever. It's water under the boat.
Maybe I try sweet talking them, and if we don't find out we need to know, then we can blow them up, or at least threaten to blow them
I
up.
like that plan.
I like that play.
So,
Now,
Yeah.
see, this is why you come up with the plans. There, it's because you're the smart one.
Ileana, what do you do?
I would like to make sure that my glasses are on and my pigeon feather wig is very nicely placed. And I would like to go in. Wow. I'd like.
Would you like some company there, Liliana?
You know what, Crab? I absolutely adore your company. You can come with me anytime.
Perfect.
So you
That's
both
just
are
great.
going
I
to
will
approach the humans,
put my hammer on my
the
back.
Longshanks.
That is correct.
All right. You both walk towards. You can actually see a small campfire and a group of humans gathered outside of it. They seem to be cleaning their weapons. There are some slain mirror eels nearby that it looks like they have quickly and not without too much trouble dispatched.
Surreptitiously put them into my
Now, Goblin
pouch as we
Master,
pass
my
them.
dearest Goblin Master, would you say that these are everyday humans, or would you call these humans of stature that are a little bit more posh?
So, sitting around the fire, you can see what you would call necks. Knects. They are armored servants of the human elite. There is one book burner present, and there's a couple members of the brute squad. In total,
God.
there's 6.
Oh
Two
God!
necks.
And not a posh one among them, all right.
Well, 2 necks, 1 book burner, who is a little bit more posh, and there is and there is 3 members of the brute squad.
Are there any goblins amongst them?
No, not a goblin amongst them.
It's a damn shame.
How would
Well,
you like to
my
approach them?
goodness, it is so lovely.
What
to
ho,
meet-
knaves!
Well, what? How indeed? How are you doing, sweetheart? What are you doing in the Undercity? We so hardly see your kind down here, and I am attempting to flatter them a little bit. And I say, well, my goodness, it's just such an honor to see some Longshanks down here. We never get your kind down here. What on earth could you be doing here with all of those wonderful weapons? And oh, how well you clean up those mirror eels. You know, they give us such problems. And I am attempting to flatter these humans.
Roll me some clever.
I get a +1 because of my wig.
Can I have Gurky try and pick the pocket of someone?
And do I get to re-roll because of my glasses?
The glasses only give you pluses to your investigation and to your, but not to your. But your feather wig does give you a +1.
In that case, that is exactly a 7.
Can I attempt to help?
Roll me a single d6, and we'll add it to the roll.
A singular d6. Now, I am particularly adept at fast talking. So, would it be possible to use the advantage that my very voluminous hat gives me?
Absolutely.
Perfect. So we get advantage. That's a 2. That's not good. That's not very good. Oh, I dropped the dice. That's even worse. That's a 5.
So
So that's going to be a total of a 12.
okay. Goblins. stay back. I hear their kind has acidic spew. But
Oh, well, that's only a couple of us, and it's really only after eating the stew.
they kind of give you a little bit of a weird look. But they say, our mission here is our own. Something very important was stolen from us in the Overcity.
Oh, it's so funny. We came here too because something was stolen from us in the Overcity.
Is he lying? Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah, I think that's the wrong system there.
He has the insight. Roll me. Roll me a secret roll. Give me secret. Gonna mark some experience.
Why?
Your dice are betraying you, Darbs.
Hey, on the upside, if I roll 2 more failures, I get to level up. So, fuck it!
Didn't you already level up once?
No, I was asking what would happen if I leveled up.
You can pick your advancement on screen if you like. We'll explore that portion of the. You can be level 2.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it means you get extra HP.
That's true.
Well, it was they're a little apprehensive of you, but you seem friendly enough, and your wig is very fantastic, and your hat is very fantastic. So they think that you're like you're good. They say, well, a very important tome from the human from a human books bindery operation was taken. It's a book of enchantment that gets used in human grimoires.
Oh, well, that's so interesting. There was also a book stolen from a goblin book bindery up in the Overcity. Maybe you've heard of it?
Oh, really? Well, we don't necessarily pay too much attention to your affairs, but if that's quite interesting, if that's something that has happened on both sides. Quite concerning indeed, quite vexing.
Oh, well, we could always team up and go after these books together, and then we could get the human and the goblin knowledge back where they both belong.
Make me another clever roll, please.
I don't know if I get
this one you can get advantage on.
Okay. That's better. Do I get the +1 from the...
Absolutely, you do.
That is a 12.
Certainly, we would be most happy for any help that we can. We thought that, honestly, the tracks that we were following were of goblin kind. But you seem to, if this seems to have affected you as well, then is it quite often that those amongst you foment revolution, or?
It's only every other week.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a common misapprehension that goblins all get along and want to would help each other in the event of an uprising of some sort, some kind of revolution. But really, we're just out here for ourselves.
Yeah. Would you like some soup?
Fascinating. I would be quite interested in learning more about your goblin culture. If you would.
You could.
It's
How
about a research exchange?
The bookbinder, or the book burner, who was speaking with you at this point. In the interest of mutual cooperation, of course.
Right. Whatever you said. Yeah, for sure.
I would like to, by the way, GM, if this is, because it's a book burner, I assume that there's some kind of a human of stature?
They are, definitely.
I would like to use one of my ink blood moves, and I would like to know what sort of seditious material that this bookbinder reads.
seditious material that this book matter reads.
Yes. So when I encounter Longshanks' statue, I can ask the GM what sort of seditious material they read, and they answer me truthfully.
Let me just do a quick.
Smut.
Goblin porn.
What genre of erotica exactly?
She caressed his soup pouch gently.
So,
It's all about Mary.
you actually recognize this book burner in particular because a lot of the book burners do partake of human or goblin bookstores because obviously they are. But their job is, as book burners, is actually to, like ink bloods. Their job is also to seed out sedition within the human populace. They're the mirror version of you in the human realm. That being said, this particular book burner, his name is Tobias Abernathy. He is has been known from time to time to look at Goblin revolutionary texts. And as you know, goblins are well known to foment revolution. They are agents of it. He has read a very popular Goblin manifesto about seizing the means of production.
The communalist manifesto.
Yes, the communalist manifesto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
By crab check marks.
Yeah. Mrix, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that's a little bit spicy for Longshanks to be reading that kind of material.
Oh, how interesting. I almost didn't recognize you there, Mr. Abernathy. How are you doing today?
I'm not sure we've been formally introduced.
Oh, my name is Liliana Babrana. How are you doing, darling?
Liliana Babrana, very lovely to meet you. Well, these are my compatriots, and again, if we can get our Libris Arcanum, that would be most agreeable.
Wouldn't
Obviously.
you know, I'm looking for a Libris Codex. Definitely going to be different books there.
Oh, interesting.
Can I have Gurky sniff around their pockets
You sure can.
for a book?
Go for it.
Okay, what should I roll for that?
Give me a 2D. Roll me 2d6.
Okay. Does Gurky receive the benefit of the ratty nature of +1 to pickpocket in kind of shady areas?
Okay.
I think. Am I reading this correctly?
Let me just do a quick look at the rat. So a trained
Pickpockets
rat.
and trash.
Yeah. +1 to sow confusion, or pickpockets. This is technically a trashy and rundown locale.
Jail.
What did you roll?
4.
Rip
One
your
of
game.
the knights that Ratty decides to sniff around notices that there's a rat sniffing around his pocket and goes, "Ah, a rat!" And then bats Ratty off.
I'll catch Gurky.
You catch Gurky. Gurky, the alphabet is silent. Purple Ratty Purple is caught
Gurky purple.
and is safe.
Yeah.
Gurky Ratty Purple.
Gurky ratty purple.
Purple. Yep, that tasted purple.
You catch riding safe, and you sort of scurries back up into, goes for another swim in the soup.
Gertie is just saying hi. How dare you?
Apologies. I don't like rats. I don't like rats at all.
But what you got against rats?
The kind of, they got like the noodly tail and the kind of furry, and I just don't like rats.
Yet the noodly tail is great in pouch soup. Your problem?
They're great to feed gunpowder.
See, all of these are very adequate reasons for why I could like a rat. You, sir, are starting to cross a line there, friend.
Is that my fat failure?
I'm sure he means no disrespect. But shall we be moving on to find...
Certainly, and my compatriots aren't as used to dealing with you longshanks as I am, so I do apologize if we're a little rough around the edges sometimes.
They're
What do you
obviously
mean?
not
I run a
used to dealing
business.
with goblins. It's a little bit of culture shock, you understand, of course.
Of course. Might even be a culture crash. Our systems are crashing into each other like this.
Something to that effect, I'm certain. Do you have... we were just about to pack up before these creatures beset us. Would you perhaps like to lead the way?
Why don't you, well, we go next to each other, hand in hand, a cultural exchange, if you do say.
Certain. Make me a charm, or make me a clever roll, please, to convince them.
Well, that's a 9.
Okay. Hand in hand is amenable, I suppose.
Sounds groovy. Good. Take one of the longshanks by their hand. Quite literally.
Did you mention that one of them was a guard or a servant of some
There are
kind?
2 Nicks, which are knights.
Right.
I
They're
stand in between
Kniggets,
the
I see.
knights.
Kniggets.
I see the Knicht.
Knicks.
If we're holding their hands, can I be in between the knights because I'm also in metal
Are you
armor?
gonna do that little kid thing where you swing?
Yes.
No, these knights. Would I know if they're like oppressed in some way? Like, are they like the hoity-toity knights?
They are
Or
hoity
are
toity
they, like-
knights. They've got
Oh,
badges
okay.
of office, but there's also
Some kind of
there are also 3
bourgeoisie,
extras
yeah?
who are members of what is known as the Brute Squad.
So they would be like members of the bourgeoisie. Is that what you're saying?
They are definitely members of the bourgeoisie,
I understand completely.
and
Yep.
they work definitely for the book burner. The Brute
Understood.
Squad are kind of like you go to a local tavern, you pick up a couple thugs here or there. That's the Brute Squad.
Brute Squad. I see. So they're the ones I should be talking to. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, they're a little bit lower in the system than the.
I would like to surreptitiously make my way over to the Brute Squad and approach them in conversation, casually, of course.
Yeah.
And I would like to whisper to one of them, "Hey, what are these guys paying you?"
Oh well, yeah. We're getting paid probably about.
Not enough, I'm sure.
Well, like a couple G. A couple G.
Now, see, a fine, an upstanding citizen like yourself, you should be making at least twice that, if not 3 times that amount.
Listen, we're getting paid real swell there from Sir Tobias. Like honestly, it's
Do you know how
some
much
of
he
the
makes?
some of the better pay that we've had in quite some time there.
But, like, do you know how much he makes? That's pocket change, this guy like this guy, you know?
Make me a clever roll, please.
With advantage because of my magnificent hat, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm gonna need that advantage. That was a 4. That's much better. That's a 10.
You know what? I think you're. Yeah. You know what? I think you're right there. Like, honestly, that's kind of nothing compared to what he makes as a member.
I know
of
the
clergy.
realization changes your voice, doesn't it?
It really does. I was trying to go for a little bit more of a Canadian to a Midwestern accent, but it's just kind of slipping on me back into the Jersey every once in a while.
I understand.
It's an infectious
completely.
accent. It is a brain tumor.
You know, it's very infectious, except for when you get a little bit of Australian stuff in your head, then you just can't get rid of that.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah.
No, yeah, of course.
And they're just like, the three of them sort of start talking amongst themselves.
You know, guys like him, they make more money than all of us combined. And really, if you think about it, it's entirely unfair. You know, if only there was some upstanding citizens like you or I could do about it.
You really think so?
I think, you know, there are more of us than there are of them.
Pisces, so loud.
You know, it brings such a joy to my heart. It really makes a rumble in my chest, some kind of almost like a purring sound.
He's so loud. He doesn't stop.
I can hear him from there.
Little known fact: goblins actually purr.
That is a truth.
That's
That is
true.
now a truth about goblins: is that goblins purr when they're happy.
I think
Okay.
actually I get experience for that because I revealed a secret about goblins. Was that a thing?
Yes.
I learned or expressed something new about goblins and their desperate circumstances.
You did. They purr when they're happy. Yeah. And they start
Did I-
talking amongst
did I-
themselves and like trying to formulate some kind of a plan.
So did I learn wow, the Australian is so thick. Did I learn something new about goblins and their relationship to the written word then?
What would you say that you learned?
I learned that apparently human book burners sometimes read our revolutionary texts.
You did. You absolutely did. Yeah. You've learned something about goblin literature. That sometimes human book burners read it. Interesting. You all
Was that addressed to me?
that is addressed to Liliana. Liliana learned about goblin text, and you learned about how goblins experience the world. There you go. You each get an experience point for that. I love this game. This game is amazing. You all continue forth. One of the knights is going to make. That's really good. And is able to spot some tracks up ahead that look like goblin tracks. And you see that it leads to the cavern sort of narrows. Penelope, or no, Dido, I'm going to ask you to make me a secret roll really quickly.
Thank goodness that wasn't me.
Yeah.
Okie. That's a 9.
Okay. With a 9, you're going very deep into this under city. Goblins don't live down here. But you know what does live down here? Goblins.
They live in the power bottom. I got them.
Power bottoms there. We're heading down deeper than Goblin territory. Some
Greblins, actually, sorry.
some Greblin territory.
And you know, as a brewmaster, there are some brewmasters that do get on quite well with Greblins. But they do, for all intents and purposes, they look like goblins. But they are mutations. Sometimes they'll have extra limbs. Sometimes they will have scaly hide, or they can blend into their surroundings, that sort of thing.
That's yeah, alright. So they're very much like a brewmeister that perhaps drank too much potion.
A little bit.
Yeah, this is my grappling friend Jonathan lives down here.
How do you spell Jonathan?
J apostrophe O apostrophe N N apostrophe A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. Thon.
Thon?
With a G at the end?
THAWGN. The alphabet is silent.
As it is
Actually,
in most
Gicky.
goblin names. As it is in most
as
gremlin names.
Gremlin names. Actually, Gurky is a gift from
Jonathan.
Jonathan. Yeah. Yeah.
So you make your way through, and you know that there is a gremlin settlement this direction.
So, gremlins.
And
You think that
you remember the
perhaps-
part about the squid skin, where they can change their color to match their environment and vanish from sight. And from out of the walls surrounding you, there are... Let me roll. This. 8 gremlins with many eyes and multiple limbs. They appear around you, and the humans that are with you go into a defensive position immediately.
That's good.
And you see your friend. You see your friend Jonathan right there, front and center.
Jonathan, what's up? Hey, how you doing?
He's got a spear at the ready.
Jonathan, listen. I'm here with my friends. We're looking for this missing book, and we think it came down this ways. You know anything about some missing books?
Make me a clever roll, please.
Jonathan.
Or no, make me a secret roll, please.
Oh, a secret roll. I can do that. I can do that. Baby!
That'd be a 13.
Wow.
Jonathan says to you, Dido, what are you doing down here?
We are. Jonathan, I'm here with my friends and these Longshanks here because these 2 books went missing, and we're looking for these books, and they told me to get me some real nice ingredients for my pouch soup.
Well, I mean, come down all this way for soup. There's a bit of a problem with that. Bit of a snag. We did take the books.
Jonathan, why?
'Cause we got hired to. We don't get it. It's real bad. It's real bad.
Who hired you? Who hired you to do that, Jonathan?
Well, that would be Granny Weaver.
Oh boy. Okay.
Do any of us know who Granny Weaver is?
Someone can make me a secret roll to find out who Granny Weaver is.
I would love to do that, please.
Go for it.
I'll take a stab at it.
I will also, with my terrible secret skills.
Oh my god. That's double 6. -1.
11!
4.
So 2 11s.
6.
Granny Weaver.
You've only heard of
She
Granny
hired me.
Weaver and whispers.
Granny Weaver?
And
I barely knew her.
legends. Deep below the Undercity is a massive arachnid the size of a carriage. The face of an old wizened crone. A carapace, soft and subtle as human skin, and terrible legs, each ending in grasping hands.
Oh no, that's so much worse.
I built her a rocking chair.
Oh, it's so
Jonathan,
much worse.
why would you work for Granny Weaver?
She's actually quite nice and a good tipper.
Well, listen, we kind of encroached on her territory a couple months back, and she kind of denies passage if you don't pay a toll, which is like, hidden truths, novel secrets, that sort of thing. And literally, the things that she asked for were 2 books. She asked for this book from the humans, and she asked for this book from the goblins, and so, we kind of had to give her the goods.
Jonathan. Why? You can live somewhere else instead of right next to Granny Weaver. Why do you live next to Granny Weaver? Jonathan. I'm just gonna walk with Jonathan and just pull him aside. Jonathan. Listen, we talked about this. We talked about this. This is not a good idea.
Well, listen, she's pretty persuasive, and she wanted the secrets, and she already had all her secrets, so we had to get them from somewhere else.
Jonathan,
I'm an open book, you know me.
You know you didn't want to get our books back? We gotta go under the power bottom?
Yeah, you gotta go under the sub-undercity into the sub-sub-undercity.
It's bottoms all the way down.
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
Jonathan, I think you gotta move. I mean, like, you've been telling me that the mold growth is a lot less this year. You're not gonna make good pouch soup. You're not gonna be able to survive if you don't have good mold spores in order to grow your yeast bags.
Well, listen, that's kind of what we had to go to the granny for. We had to make sure that we get a good harvest, and but we didn't have any more secrets.
How is she supposed to get you good harvest? She's a spider
I mean,
with people hands.
She's got secrets, right? She's full of them. Her hair is full of secrets.
I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
But I don't know what to tell you. I don't have the books no more.
If it's growing things you need, explosives are surprisingly good fertilizer.
I don't think that's
I heard
true.
that's true. I really did hear that's true.
Chat,
is why
that's
you're the
actually
smart one.
not a lie.
Oh
But
boy.
Saltpeter
listen, I
is a
can tell
good
you where to find
fertilizer.
her. That's about as much as I can do here.
All right, Jonathan. All right.
No.
You want some soup while you're here? I got
No,
this
I
new
couldn't
recipe.
possibly. After I've done so much better, I couldn't possibly.
Jonathan, I
partake
just
of
need
any
you
of
to
the soup.
I need you to
Jonathan.
promise me you can stay.
Yes.
It sounds to me like you've really been taken advantage of. Your abilities have really been controlled by this spider, this overlord of.
Oh, she's terrifying. Stuff of
I'm quite
nightness. You wouldn't even know.
really, it does sound absolutely terrifying. This idea of a very large spider with hands, just so many appendages. Well, I think the right thing to do, really, is, and I think you would agree with me, is that you should come down there and help us overthrow.
Make me a clever roll, please.
Can Crab get advantage because you got a friend here of the Gremlins?
Well, and don't forget that marvelous hat.
The
incredible hat.
hat's not going to do you much good, unfortunately.
I really should have just said that it helps me foment revolution.
A revolutionary chapeau.
Yes.
Listen, Jonathan, it's time to revolt. She's
Very
seizing the
jaunty.
means of your production. You gotta
Oh no.
utilize what you
Did I
got.
get
to-
The
advantage?
Gremlins, unfortunately, do not have the same goblin
Revolutionary spirits.
spirit of
It's a
revolution.
mutation.
I mean, no, but
Yeah.
she did not steal the Gremlins' means of production. She stole both the goblins and the humans' means of production.
It's true.
But she's also enforcing this oppressive regime that encourages them to
What'd you
steal
get?
from others.
Did I get advantage or no?
No advantage, no.
That is very unfortunate because that was a clever roll, right? So that would be a 4.
Hey, you're
Listen,
getting
I
more
can't-
experience.
there's not much I can do to help you there, so sorry.
Listen,
I have an idea.
Today. They're gone.
I will pull out a chalky mineral and I'll just start writing on the cave floor, like just gibberish and math and equations.
listen.
If we use enough dynamite, she will die, is what these calculations tell me.
From your lore roll, you would also know that no known force can kill.
Maybe we can trap her
Oh.
in her cave if we
Granny Weaver.
blow it up and collapse the cave.
Well, but first we gotta get our hands back on the books.
That's true.
Listen, if you hurry, you might still be able to save them.
Listen, dynamite is
Hey,
my
what's
own
she gonna do with
invention.
them? She's not gonna read the books. That's what books are for. You read the books.
Nah, man. She eats secrets. She keeps
All right,
secrets.
let's go.
She eats them.
We need to get those
Then
books
we
back.
tell her lies.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to have to do this from one member of the proletariat to another.
What's a proletariat?
Seeing as I have experienced a personal slight by you not agreeing to revolution with me, I'm gonna have to add your name to my list. I'm really sorry. It's just how it is, and you are now officially my nemesis. And it is what it is. I'm sorry, Jonathan.
Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do.
No, I'll remember that, Jonathan.
No hard feelings. No hard feelings.
I have
we
already
we only really live for about a month or so anyway. So I'm getting near the end of my.
That is very true. You gotta. That's
Jonathan,
why we gotta
that's
stick
not
together, Jonathan.
Jonathan, that's not true. It's because you keep just putting stuff into your mouth without cooking it in a pouch first. That's why people keep dying.
It's very clever.
Listen, I'm not one to speak on
me.
Goblin mortality rates. I'm not necessarily an authority figure on that. But if you go he will give you directions to Granny Weaver's lair. That with your humans, you can make your way.
I'm already duct taping bindles of about 8 and 9 dynamites into single ones, and then stuffing it into the barrel of the gun.
As we leave, can I pickpocket one of the gremlins? Not Jonathan.
Make me a roll, please.
It's a 5.
One of the gremlins grabs and starts petting the rat.
Cookie!
Mine.
No.
My rat.
No.
Not yours. Mine.
Gurky, come.
Mine.
Does Gurky... No, Gurky is mine. Jonathan gave Gurky to me.
Gurky's looking a little bit comfortable.
Gurky, no. Gurky, no. Gurky, I have soup, though. Gurky, I have your favorite soup.
Make me a clever roll.
Ah! Gurky!
I can hear her behind me.
All there is soup. It's just soup.
It's just soup. Is it plus anything, or is it just a flat roll?
It's clever.
Okay. That's an 11.
Gurky looks at the gremlin and then jumps and then runs back into your pouch for more soup.
It's just soup. Soup. That's right. Mine.
And you make
Nice.
your way to
I've got leveled up.
deeper into this cavern, down twisting hot turns and through a labyrinthine, just until you start to see the scatterings of spider webs.
I
And you know that you're getting close to the place.
I start taking spider webs.
Yeah, you can definitely collect some.
I ran out of duct tape. And start binding.
And you begin
Don,
as
you
you
need paper
in fact
blocks.
as you grab for the spider webs, you can hear a voice. Well, who is there?
Crab is here.
Becky. And
Oh, hi. You must be Granny Weepa. We've heard so much about you.
And lowering themselves from a single strand of web is this carriage-sized spider, and the humans all go to defensive positions.
Oh, hush. I'm sure she's just fine. How are you doing, doll? You been down here long?
I have lived here an eternity from the beginning, and I will be here at the end, after the cities above have crumbled to dust.
She sounds like she's on our side.
It's good to have a plan for your future. Good to have goals. Anyway, so there's these 2 books, right? And we heard that the Goblins took them, but funny thing is they're not for the Goblins to give away, because that's human and goblin knowledge, so we'd really like our Libris's back, please.
You come seeking the tomes?
Yeah, those ones.
Well, a secret given can only be returned by a secret in exchange. Do you have knowledge that is greater than that which is in the tomes?
Well, I'm not sure because I've never read one of the tomes, but I do have several books here. If maybe you wanted to sample one of them instead, you could even have 2 of them. They're some of my favorites. I got Tale of Two Goblins. I've got The Secret Goblin. I've got
Secret Goblin.
Gabio and Oubliette. I've got, oh, you like this? I got Mutiny and Monstrosity. It's a really good one. It's by Jane Dobson.
Secret Goblin just makes me think.
Oh, you've heard of The Secret Goblins by Frances Dobson Burnett.
The character's too annoying in that one for me. At least at the beginning.
But they're all really good, I promise. They're on my personal must-read list.
Mass-produced texts.
Well, not mass-produced. They're all made by hand. We goblins are very careful with these kinds of things.
But within there are no secrets.
Well, one of them is called The Secret Goblin.
Make a charm roll, please.
Is charm a skill?
Or
That's
not
clever,
charm,
right?
clever, please. Yes. I'm mixing up my systems.
That's 6.
Within there are no secrets.
I have an offer to make
I'm
you.
leveling up!
I have an offer to make you.
Yes, one called Kreb.
I would like to offer you the secrets of revolution. You say you will be here until the world above collapses upon us. What if I gave you the tools to make that happen sooner?
You say there is a way to cause the world above, the sun to blacken, the stars to go out in the sky. You say there are ways to make the end come. Very well.
Absolutely. You know,
Secrets.
really, you know, these structures of power, these immovable stars in the sky, you know, they're really just there as figures, you know. And
Make me a clever roll, please.
these bastions, these immovable bastions that are there as these overlords kind of controlling us, seeking to was it clever? So that's a 9.
A 9? There is within there's a she recognizes that there is a kernel of secret within the things that you were saying. That is enough to get you 1.
And I raise my hand.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm used to schools. Enough about theory. What about the secrets of substance? I know many alchemical formulas and ways to make things go boom.
Interesting, and you've shared these with no other?
It is a family recipe. And I pull out a small metal container. Inside is something called potassium. If you add water, it blows up. I will give this to you in exchange for the other book.
Make me a clever roll.
I like that you fully just said the secret out loud to everyone.
Yes.
Yep.
Clever? That is... What's my clever again? That is an 11. This and many more I could trade.
Give me 2 others. One that you have not spoken aloud, and then you will have a deal.
I also have a secret. Granny's secret pouch soup recipe.
Not the pouch soup
You
recipe.
can't share the secret recipe.
It's
Pouch soup is a goblin delicacy. Pouch soup is a goblin delicacy. And
It
the
is,
recipe
and
is not one that has ever been shared before.
no, especially
That
not my
secret
grandma's. My
will get
grandma's.
you both books, all the pages.
Well, then let me tell you the secret.
Liliana, can I get you to make me a clever roll, please?
Sure thing, doll.
She already ate some of the pages.
Okay, that's a 10.
She said that will get you 1, and she did not specify if it was 1 book or 1 page.
Now, Grandma Weaver, Granny Weaver. See here, we come down here, right? Because we want the whole books. Both of them. But you must understand, dear, that in my business, in my line of work, the books are very important, but the book binding is precious. You can't just go around breaking it and tearing out pages. That would just break my heart.
Well, if I get the recipe for the goblin pouch soup, then that is worth 2 books. All the pages within.
Let me tell you the secret, Granny Lisa.
And Granny
I
Beaver
don't.
will extend down a little thread, and if you would allow her, she will pull you up towards her with her hands.
Yeah.
This is entirely unsettling.
I'm just holding on to the rope, just like
Tiny spider hands.
You okay, Harps?
Awful. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm so surprised.
Spider with human hands. Awful. I'm good.
To make it better, I'm imagining those little hands that you can put on your fingers.
Yes.
Those little silly ones.
Yes.
That helps for me.
Do the
Rather than-
fingertips end in tinier spiders, though?
Oh no! No.
no, they have
Thank you.
tinier hands on the fingertips.
Oh.
That just makes me think of the Powerpuff Girls comic with the
Yes,
women
yes,
on the
yes,
Yes!
Just
So Dido, you are pulled upwards, and you are allowed to give the secret.
The secret, Granny Weaver, to pouch soup, a secret recipe, is that there is no recipe.
got
You
him.
don't say.
Secret-
Interesting.
There is no secret
Interesting.
ingredient. There is no. It's just whatever you want to try some. It's
Make
just-
me a. I'm going to ask you to make me a. Make me a secret roll. Hi, Bun.
Dice have smiled upon me this day and blessed me with a 14.
And with that,
Wow.
Granny Weaver, this, extracts the secret of the pouch soup recipe and begins to consume it, and you see the crone-like face recedes just a little bit. It becomes a little bit more youthful, just a little bit.
Now you want
And
to
she
try
hands
some?
you behind the 2 books, untouched, uneaten. I was going to save them for dessert, but I do like this recipe for pouch soup very much.
Would you like to try some? I've got my granny's
I would
prodigious.
love to try some.
All right, this is today's recipe. It's a little bleach, a little ibuprofen, some battery acid, and it's got some mirror eel in it now.
Now, you said no force known to man can kill Granny Weaver.
There's also some baby alligator in there.
Let me roll a percentile real quick.
Let's
And
not
all,
forget.
and all that rat juice.
Oh, the rat juices. Oh, let's not forget. I put lantern oil in there as well.
And of course, the secret ingredient.
Dynamite.
Delicious.
Grandma's tang.
But I think you all should leave my lair at once. And
Are
you
you
were all
okay, Granny
ushered
Weaver?
very quickly out of Granny Weaver's lair, where she collapses the entrance.
May I leave you
Leaves
a
an
candle before I
unexpected chalky
leave?
taste in your mouth, doesn't
You
it?
are rushed out too quickly. There is no time to leave for a parting stick of dynamite.
Damn.
And you return to the over-under city. The under-over city. And your human compatriots return with their Libris Arcanum. And you return with your Libris Codex, your book.
Before we make it up to the city, I wanted to whisper over to Liliana. What if you switch out the books? Make them take one of yours. Then we get human books.
Revolution.
Now, darling, why would I want to do something like that?
Human magic? Think about what magic and science could do together.
No.
Fair.
And with that, the day is saved. You made some new friends.
But we leave our human friends. Can I just give a little wink to my what were they, the brute boys?
Yeah.
And say, don't forget what I said. Revolution.
For the revolution.
Yeah,
I
we're having a
want to
revolution
throw a
next
wink
week.
at Mr. Abernathy and say,
Revolution.
Viva la revolution!
And Mr. Abernathy will give you a wink. And with that, we're going to end this session of 6 Goblins on System Crash. That's it. That's the system. That's really pretty. We got an entire one-shot from character creation on, done in 3 hours. That was wonderful chaos.
We poisoned Granny Weaver.
You gave, I rolled a 32
What?
on my percentile die.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you rolled 2d6.
No, I
And
rolled,
somehow got 32. I was
I rolled
like, what?
percentile. It was high or low. High, she would have been okay. Low, she would have got a little bit of case of the rumbly tumblies, and she's definitely got some indigestion right now.
Should have had a scented candle.
Shoulda.
Pouch soup is
Pouch
it's
soup
not
is
for
an
the
acquired
weak.
taste. It's not for everybody.
You know, next time you just gotta throw some Tums in there, dog. You'll be fine.
Oh yeah, you know that add to the recipe real good. But I really think the key ingredient is you pour some milk in without the soup. You just let it rest for a bit, and then eventually it'll be cheese.
Eventually.
You can make French onion soup that way.
So yeah, that was 6 Goblins on System Shock. Thank you so much to our 4 Goblins. We are going to go around, say who we are, where you can find us, what we do on the internet, and we will get ready to head out and go on a raid somewhere else. This has been wonderful chaos. Also, tell us your favorite part about this game. We will start with Darby. I'm sorry, I'm gonna pick on you again to go first.
Okay. Hello. I'm Darby. I've been playing Dido Peep. Your friendly goblin with a lot of silent letters in her name. Let's see. You can find me as @DarbyPack on Twitter. That's my real human name, but really I'm just a possum in a skin suit.
A possum wearing a rabbit in a skin suit.
Possum wearing a rabbit in a skin suit. I am the co-host of Chaos Creations, a podcast where Harper and I take weird prompts, make weird TTRPG characters. You can find us anywhere you can listen to podcasts. Right now, we're taking a little hiatus, but we will be back in May, which will be very exciting, given where we might be in May. You can also find me here on Twitch on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays here on the Critical Misses channel. I am in Kingsguard, a Roll20 Spotlight game. Wednesdays, well, I almost said Hidden Magics. Wednesdays, Under a Pale Cold Sun, and Fridays here, doing System Crash. You can also find me on Chaotic Creations Twitch channel, Chaotic Pod, where I am on Tuesdays, Thursdays, doing video games. Tuesdays, Darby's Dungeon, just by myself. Thursdays, sometimes with Harper, sometimes with Milan, sometimes with Kitty. Not with Kitty, but, someone playing video games. And on Sundays, you can see Hidden Magics, a D&D game that Harper runs on our Twitch channel. There are no secrets there whatsoever. Oh, God.
All perfectly normal characters.
All perfectly normal characters. And, I guess, lastly, I am the community lead for the Fae Realms, a Twitch channel that Fae, Almost Fae, has created. A bunch of us run it, and we all identify under one of the following groups, and or more BIPOC, LGBTQIA, or femme. Maybe all of them. So, yeah, check all of that out.
Woo!
Down!
Down, we will go to Bo.
That being the order, because my name is Bo, and you can find me on Twitter @DorkyTeacher, and on Wednesdays you can find me in a show with Darby here for the show Under a Pale Cold Sun. So if you liked that dynamic, you can get more of that on Wednesday. Otherwise, you can find me tomorrow night on the Polished Cryptids channel, where I will be playing an entirely different character named Bream Silverfin, who is a Thembo merfolk who just wants everyone to get along. And it's just so wholesome and lovely. So you can go check us out there. Other than that, you can find me on my own channel sometimes at some point. Been a bit of a hiatus from that. But next week I have no work, so I'll probably do some stuff there. Because that'll be fun.
Woo!
Yeah.
And we will go to Milan.
Hello. First of all, thank you for having me on the channel.
You're welcome.
I
You're
am
awesome.
Milan. Thank you. I disagree, but thank you. I better known as Mallard on the internet. I stream on my Twitch channel, Mallard Man, usually on Thursdays with the Dub Club. What's the hand symbol? I don't remember.
Dub Club?
But yeah, Dub Club, and then I stream on my own on other times, just whenever, currently playing through Hollow Knight on the channel. I'm also a member of a Fae Realm show on Tuesdays. I play Pat, and I'm not going to say the whole name right now because it's real long. I also will be on an upcoming podcast playing Vampires the Masquerade, Dice Before Dawn, over from the Beholder to No One umbrella of shows.
Oh.
And follow my Twitter, MallardMan0523, for an announcement for something I will be in upcoming. I don't know if I'm allowed to announce it yet, but just stay tuned and follow there if you would like to hear more.
Woo! And last but certainly not least, Harper.
Oh, hello, everyone. I have been Harper, otherwise known over the internet as Harpersona or Harpersona Games on Twitter, because Harpersona was banned. I am a streamer, a podcaster, a general TTRPG nerd about the internet. I am on this channel on Mondays and Fridays for Kingsguard, where I play Shosha Sisters, the UNT Warlock, and for System Crash, where who knows what we'll be doing next week.
Next week we're actually playing Necrobiotic.
Ooh, yeah. You can also find me on the Chaotic Pod channel, which I co-run with my beautiful favorite person in the world, Darby. You can find me there on Thursdays for Co-op Chaos. You can find me there on Saturdays where I run Harper's Homeroom, and on Sundays where I am the DM of a 5e homebrew setting game called Hidden Magics. There are no secrets. Everything is standard by the book Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know what everyone's going on about. It's a perfectly normal streamed 5e show.
It sure is.
Also, I guess you can find me on TikTok. I guess it's a thing that I do now. I am Harpersona on TikTok.
And
It's good.
like
Oh.
legitimately some of the best TikTok game in town.
But that's all there is about me. So I'll pass it on over
To me?
that way.
Hey, that's me. Hi, I'm Anita or Panita or Critical Misses. This is my channel, so you can find me here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Kingsguard Under a Pale Cold Sun and System Crash. I won't always be running the games. I think Harper might be running Coriolis coming up pretty soon. Soonish? But yeah, next week we are going to be running Necrobiotic. And Mitch, or Penny for a Tale, is going to be joining us because he is one of the people that's running the translation and the Kickstarter for that. So we're going to be going through the game with one of the people that's helping write it. So it's going to be a good time. But yeah, we should go on a raid probably.
The Fey Realms is live.
Is Fey Realm live? Sweet.
Yes, they are.
I follow them. Why did they not show up in my...
Maybe too many people live that you...
I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna go raid the Fey Realm. They are playing some masks, I believe. ND is over there. So yeah, we're gonna head over there. We're gonna spread some love in that direction. Thank you all so much for stopping by and hanging out and being wonderful. We love you very much. And until next time, the system is down. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Don't forget the revolution.
Revolution,
For the revolution.
and soup.
That's gonna be a
For
raid
the
call for the revolution.
For the revolution.
For the revolution!